I usually have my own room set up to monitor them and update them.
Yep.
Are you going to be handling level ups and updates for us?
Yeah, just send me your character info between each session. Just
Uh,
resend your sheet to me and I'll update the tokens.
Okay, cool. So I just have the D&D Beyond account. I'll just send you the sheet from that.
Yeah, that works good.
All right, cool. Just want to know.
Okay, I see we got Diana on and we got Yeti. What's your actual name? I forget.
Michael.
Michael. Right.
By the way, I noticed you put my name as Eric question mark.
Uh-huh.
If you need something for that, it is Eric T.
T. Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Very good.
like ET. It was funny now, but in high school it sucked.
And we got one more person we're waiting on. I'll let the backup know you might have a chance.
Hope my 2 liter holds out.
While we're waiting for the guys, I'm going to move you to a different map.
This is the map that comes with the book.
Yeah, that's the player's map. And then you're on a sheet now that has the player's map and the Yawning Portal Tavern. And also, while we're waiting, don't hesitate to just spam the heck out of all those token buttons to see what they do. And also, make sure that they're set up in order. To do that, you go to the My Settings, the gear icon just above this chat box on the right-hand side, and make sure you uncheck alphabetically sorted token actions. And then, yeah, feel free to just press every one of them so you see where they're at, what they do.
I got to play with them. That's real neat how you got them set up. Where is initiative on this token?
It should be the top leftmost button if you've unchecked alphabetically sort. There you go.
Ah, there it is. Okay, I see it. What's this one?
So we're just waiting on one more player. I emailed the backup. Hopefully he's close by a computer.
So on that initiative macro, what's the P10 at the end of it?
That is your passive perception.
I'm not sure that's accurate then.
Is this Yoharo? It's definitely not accurate. It should be 13 for you, right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
13. It is now fixed. And Rowena, I got 12. And that looks like it's right. Do, I got 10, which is definitely wrong. Because he's got 15 wisdom, so he's got to be +2.
Oh, I see what these are
That
now.
is
Okay,
fixed.
I got it.
Aranis is, I think, our missing player, right? Yeah, I think so. So if you're used to playing in fantasy grounds, probably the main difference is that things aren't set up to auto target. So when you're getting ready to make an attack, you would just say, I attack the guy to my north, and then you click your token and click your weapon you attack with, for like your greatsword, for example.
Oh, I am not rolling great tonight. Although that's power attack, of course it misses. Won't be using that too much.
4 more minutes, then our backup gets a seat. If he shows up.
Question on
Yeah.
the weapon macro. The top is to hit and the bottom is the damage, right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Like I said, new player, so lots of questions.
No problem. Yeah, ask away. So the two numbers are the second number we normally won't use on top. That is if you have advantage or disadvantage. Yeah. And then the second number in the damage is if you get a critical hit, that gets added in. And then, so when you're making an attack, you'll always want to basically be ready to click on your weapon, and then right behind it, if you have the opportunity, your sneak attack. Let's see, what else do you have as a rogue? That's pretty much it as a first level rogue. You got your weapon attacks, your sneak attack, and that's it. So if you're making any kind of a check, like if I ask you for a strength check or an acrobatics check or a saving, like a dex check, acrobatics check, or a dex saving throw, you just click that dexterity button. And the two numbers again are for advantage and disadvantage, and the modifier for your ability is built into the roll, and then if they have any proficiencies, they are listed below and get added to the roll.
Cool.
Oh, that is really cool.
You got everything set up. This is neat.
What else you got? If you get a chance to take a short rest and you can spend a hit die to heal, you would hit the very second button, which lists your armor class and your hit points. If you see that, it's got a line for your hit points, and that roll there is a hit die roll. And you also can use that button to make a death save.
Save that save.
Let's see, the first button just rolls initiative. Okay, then you got your hit dice and death saves, and then all your ability scores. Then you got your description, which is just for reference. Your history, which is just for reference. It'll eventually list all your story awards there. Your gear.
What's the extra life thing?
That's from last year's Extra Life. Everyone in AL got this cert that they could apply to their characters. It's one cert per player, so you spread out amongst your characters. So you have those resources. If you've never used any of those four, this character has access to all four of them.
Neat. I need them.
And it ends at the end of this year. And they're doing another round of Extra Life. They're getting ready to start right now, so there'll be more of those things that might show up this year.
Yeah, so far, it looks like if you spend enough money on it, you can get some free healing potions or even a character made without the PHB +1 rule.
Yeah.
Well, if you've got that type of money to drop.
And are willing to.
I'm still living at home with my parents, man. It's like, I don't have that down to dosh.
Certainly not worth that money to me to make a character slightly different.
It's not worth it to me. I'll take my +1. Now that Mertz tankard, however, I'll have to pay $500 for that if I had it. Because I can't drink in real life, and most of my characters are alcoholics.
Wow. Okay, we're up to time. So let's see if I got a second alternate. That would be Brandon S. And we'll start. If he can show up, that'd be great. If not, we'll just get started with 4 of you. and we'll add another one as soon as one shows up.
Rowan, I've been looking at your picture for a while. I'm trying to make sense of it. What is that?
Oh, you mean that's my cat?
I thought it looked like a cat, but is it yawning?
Yes. She's actually sitting beside me right now, sleeping. It's a common theme.
I see there's Volo in the bar.
Okay, I just emailed the second alternate, so let's go ahead and get started. So this adventure takes place in the great city of Waterdeep. Some of you may have been born here and spent your lives growing up here. Some of you may have just arrived on a boat or from traveling overland. But you've all found yourselves at the Yawning Portal Tavern, which is in the Trades Ward right here in the city of Waterdeep. Underneath the shadow of the castle of Waterdeep right there. And some of you know some of the patron or the some of the people here. So I sent you all this link. I know one of you knows Bonnie. One of you knows Durnan. And I don't know the rest. But these people come and go, and some are here, Bonnie and Durnan, pretty much all the time. And the others come and go in the tavern. You don't see any of the other ones at this time. And, let's see. So you guys are sitting around a sturdy wooden table lit by a brightly burning candle, littered with plates cleared of food and half-drained tankards. The sounds of gamblers yelling and drunken adventurers singing bawdy songs nearly drowns out the off-key strumming of a young bard about 3 tables over from you. And let's do some introductions. So we'll start with Dew, the little deep gnome.
Well, I I come from underground. I've been trained in the gym appraisal, but my people are after the gym too much too much greed and death. So I've come to explore the world in search of means around that.
I'm just going to put you guys up here on the map. Okay, so that's Dew. Next, Rowena.
Right, I am a half-elf rogue. I am pale with lots of freckles and wild, tangled red hair. I was raised by my grandmother in a life of crime, and I am happy doing such. It is kind of my dream job.
All
Doing
right,
what I love, loving what I do.
and this is a good city for that. Next is Yoharo.
Yoharo is named Yoharo Clovergrove. He grew up with a family who owned a grove of clovers and was named after it. I took the rather unique approach towards the family business of trying to convince people that there were plenty of 4-leaf clovers, a leprechaun, and a pot of gold hidden about. I charged people admission and kind of made sure they had fun along the way. There was never any gold they were actually going to find, but just wanted to make a little coin, have some fun, and entertain people.
And last but not least, we have Claudette.
Claudette is a tall woman who is, despite the picture, is wearing chainmail. Don't judge me. Anyway, she comes from a noble family, but she is also a person who is she's a stepsister, so she was not born from nobility. But they have kind of pressed her into the military. She's a knight by trade and works for the Force Grey right now, and is a rather patriotic citizen of Waterdeep who hopes to raise her family's standard through deed and action.
All right, yeah, Claudette is a member of Force Grey faction, and Yoharo is a member of the Harpers faction. And so, yeah, Yoharo. No one else is particularly aligned with any of the factions yet. All right. So you guys are in the bar here. Real quick, let's just do player names too, and like where you're from if you want. So my name's Tom. I've been playing D&D since 1979, and I live in Wichita, Kansas. Eric, go ahead.
I'm Eric Thompson. I've been playing since I've lost track, but I remember when Elf was both a class and a race. I live in Alabama, and I generally just play D&D to have fun and make friends.
All right, Diana.
I'm Diana. I also live in Alabama. I'm a new player and very happy to be here.
Awesome. I need to double check new player stuff and the new season's DM rewards. The olden days, season 7, you would start with the potion of healing, so I'll look into that and see if you still would start with that.
That'd
Mike,
be good.
yeah, that would be nice. Michael.
Yeah, the most recent DM quest thing doesn't have that on there, but there's talk that they might add it back.
Oh, good.
They haven't finalized it.
Good.
So I started playing early 90s. Me and my brother found my old dad's set from the 70s or something. Quickly moved on to 2nd edition, but been playing since then.
Whereabouts
I live
are
in
you from?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. And last, Dalton.
I've been playing since about 2014, mostly 5th. We switched to 3rd for a little bit, or 3.5 for a little bit, but I'm actually from Manhattan.
Kansas?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
I have a bunch of family in Wichita.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, as you're sitting in the bar there, just finishing up your meal, catching up on travels and such. Well, let's look at characters again real quick. Claudette, where are you from in Toril?
My family is actually native to Waterdeep.
Waterdeep, okay. Yoharo.
I didn't have a specific location picked out, but somewhere out in the country where the Clover Grove could exist.
Got it. Rowena.
Rowena's from a small town nobody's heard of, but basically her family runs it. So.
And Do.
Bludgeonstone near Gauntlet Graham and Minzon Baranzan.
Near Menzoberranzan. Okay, cool. All right. All of a sudden, the body singing and the songs and the off-key strumming all come to a stop when there's a shout. "You pig! Like killing me mates, does ya?" And you turn, you look, you see a 7-foot-tall half-orc woman standing up, get hit by a wild swing. She's got her back to you, but now that you see her face turn from getting hit by the swing, you see it is one of the normal patrons here of the bar, Yagra, right over here, just 2 tables over from you guys. And the guy who threw the swing is standing right there, and he's got some of his mates backing him up, it looks like. So these guys all, the table behind him, all stand up and start pressing towards Yagra. This guy that just punched Yagra, he is a male human. He's got a shaved head, and it is covered with eye-shaped tattoos. The half-orc, she cracks her knuckles, roars, and leaps back at the fighter. And roll for initiative. So to roll for initiative, click your token, and then you'll click the top left macro button. I'll roll your initiative for you. The numbers after the decimal place are basically something I use for a tiebreaker. So it is equal to your modifier, basically. And if you have a -1, it lowers your roll by 1 and makes it 0.99 in Claudette's case. Yep. All right. Yagra's initiative.
I am making so.
And then the guy assaulting her. And then the 4 guys by him. So, a real quick refresher before you leap up, draw your great sword, and cut someone's head off is you're in the city of Waterdeep, and so as such, there are laws against murder. So, in a bar fight such as this, you'll need to make sure that you do non-lethal damage. Don't kill anyone. You can, of course, do that, but then you'll probably go to jail, if not worse. Okay. So, I got the initiative rolled for everyone. Gonna sort this here. Okay. So the fight's continuing on before you guys can react. A bandit in the back comes around, leaps, kicks a chair out of the way, and swings a fist at Yagra. She ducks out of that, and then she returns the favor, swinging back at the guy that first hit her. Oops, wrong guy. And she connects, and with her 15 strength, does 3 points of damage to him. And Rowena, do you want to jump into this fight or do anything?
Um, I think I'm going to move to get a better view of it, but I'm not going to jump in quite yet. Hello?
So once you move there, you can see the fight going on. You could either ready an attack. You could close in an attack, ready an attack, be full defensive if you want, just in case someone else jumps on you.
I would like to ready sort of a dodge in case someone swings a fist at me.
All right. So that is where's the actions? There we go. So the dodge action grants disadvantage to anyone that you see who attacks you. Also gives you advantage on all your dex saves. So you're readied. Eyes looking all around for the fight. Another bandit jumps into the fray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Swings on Yagra. Connects with her and does a little damage to her. Not bad. And then do your turn.
Mm.
So you guys all know Yagra as kind of an upstanding, but very quiet half-orc. Minds her own manners and her own business here. Durnan's kind of fond of her. You don't recognize these guys attacking her. This guy, especially with all the strange tattoos of eyes on his head, looks very strange. You don't know who he might be.
I'll run up because that doesn't seem very nice. And I guess unlethally stab this guy with my spear, however that works.
Yeah, you smash him across the head with the butt. And connect heartily, doing 10 points of damage. He is dazed and stumbles, but still barely manages to stand.
Kick him in the shin hard.
That drops him to the ground, unconscious, rolling around in pain, and out of the fight. I'm just going to move him over here.
Now, sure.
After do. Okay, now the underbandits see this guy who brings a spear to the fist fight and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here. Shields his buddies against you, attacks you with his scimitar non-lethally. Draws out the sharp blade. 16 to hit you do.
Yep.
For 4 points of slashing. So you click your token. There'll be a 9 and a green circle above it. You click there and you type -4, and it'll subtract that from your hit points. There you go. All right. And then the guy with the tattoos all over his head, seeing that he's shielded from your assault, he turns his attentions back to Yagra and tries to jump on her and overpower her. He gets a strength check of 16. She gets a 3. So he's got her grappled now. And he's trying to drag her down on the ground while his other buddies beat up on her. So next to go is Yoharo.
I'd like to cast a minor illusion of a brick wall like along this 5-foot space.
Okay.
Yeah.
You cast the spell. A wall appears out of nowhere in front of the bandits there. They look perplexed. What else do you want to do?
That's all I plan on doing right
All
now.
right. After Yoharo, the next bandit in the back. He comes up here, circles around the wall, tells this guy to beat it, and then punches. Actually, he sees his buddies draw his scimitar. He's getting ready to punch Yagra, but he grabs his scimitar and swings on her with it, missing wildly. And Claudette, your turn.
All right. my friend just got attacked, so I assume we're friends by now. We've got a repertoire going with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I will not stand for having my friend attacked. So I'm going to come up here and non-lethally, of course. Try and hit him with the pommel of my greatsword. Just kind of cold clock him.
13 connects. He's not wearing anything of armor to speak of for 12 points of damage. That hits him in the square in the head, and he just knees buckle and drops to the floor. So I'll take him out.
Okay.
All right, that's the end of that round. The patrons all back away to get out of this fight. The waitress backs away. Durnan is just polishing some mugs and watching you guys, nodding that you're coming to the help of Yagra. The rest of the people stay back and let you guys have this little ring to fight in. Next round, the bandit's going. Okay, so this bandit here, he's got this brick wall in front of him, so he's going to kick the table out of the way and go over to here, around the wall, and try and knock Yagra out with a scimitar. Nope. Yagra is fighting back. She's trying to break out of Krentz's grapple. So she's got a 19 to escape, and he's got a 14 to hold her. She easily kicks his arms off of her. And Rowena, your turn.
Okay, can
Oh,
I get to the guy
I forgot
who...
this guy.
Oh,
He gets out of your way.
can I get to the guy who's grappling Yagra?
Absolutely. So you can move through the table to your right. That's just typical terrain. So 1, 2, 3, 4 squares or 20 feet of movement puts you right south of them.
Could I possibly kick him in the sensitive bits?
Mm-hmm. And Yagra, you can consider Yagra an ally, so you'll actually be able to do sneak attack with it if you use like your. You'll have to use a dagger to smash him in the sensitive bits, but then you can at least use your sneak attack.
Yeah, awesome. All
Right, so click your token and then click the dagger button. Oh.
Ooh.
So that's 8 points
he's
of
having
non-lethal
a bad
piercing,
day.
plus click your sneak attack button.
Alrighty.
And then another 11, so 19 points of damage. Give you inspiration for that display of thiefly skills in a bar fight. And that guy's out. Okay. After that, the other two... this guy's out. Take him out. Do your turn.
Shove's only 5 feet. I want to come over and swing at the one to the north.
One to the north. You mean southeast of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, of the two, the one.
Got it. The northern of the two. Okay. All right, 16 connects. 10 points almost drops him.
And then a kick to the shin.
Boom, down he goes. Another one's out. Yoharo. This guy can't get away fast enough. His initiative is too slow, but he's looking to back away from you, it looks like. Your turn.
I'll step forward and say, this wall was supposed to be a warning. You all better pay attention next time when there's a powerful person who can cast magic. And I'll smack him with my battle axe or fail.
Oh, he dodges that as he stumbles to run away. He will disengage. Climbing over the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Running for the door. Claudette, your turn.
Well, there is no honor in pursuing a fleeing opponent, so I will come over to Yagrid and help her up. And
All right.
kind of like, ask if she's all right.
You see she's taken a couple punches, but she gruffly nods and says, yeah, I could have taken him. I didn't need your help. That round ends. The bandits are gone except for the one trying to get away. Yagra's just going to stand there, let him run. Rowena, your turn.
Yeah, I'm not gonna attack.
So you'll be defensive? Just in case anything else starts. Okay. Do your turn.
That's a little too fast for me. But I'll take a few steps and go, yeah, you get out of here.
All right. Okay, so we're out of combat. The last of the guys runs out the door. You see the 4 bodies lying on the ground, unconscious. And Durnan commands some of his waitstaff and cooks to go take them outside, throw them in the street. You guys can like discreetly search them while that's happening, especially you, Rowena, if you want.
I definitely want to do that.
All right, go ahead and make a your choice investigation or perception check. So to do that, you click either wisdom for perception or intelligence for investigation. Okay. They don't have any valuable stuff on them, and nor do you find anything that would identify exactly who they are. And while the people come around the bar and start getting ready to drag them away, Durnan looks over past you guys, and there is a wide-eyed look, and he yells, "Troll!" And you guys turn around, and you see climbing out of the Yawning Portal is a huge green monstrosity. 9 feet tall, huge green carrot-like nose, wiry hair. All over him are little bat-like creatures with long proboscises that are like stuck into his body and sucking the blood out of him. And there's a few more of those things just kind of flying around his head like buzzing bees. So you got that guy there, there, and then you got a bunch on him. The ones on him are all really bloated looking. You'd think if you were like to prick him with a pin, they'd explode. They're so full of his blood.
Ugh, that reminds me of the time I had a tick.
Okay. So, let us roll initiative again. Everyone click your token and click the initiative button. We'll get Durnan's initiative in there too.
Hey, pretty average.
What's your stance on talking out of initiative?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What's your stance on talking like not during your initiative, like in that, like to talk to allies?
Yeah, you can talk as long as you're not like talking for 20 minutes in a 6-second time period.
Okay.
No problem.
No anime monologues.
Let me add Durnan's turn. I somehow did not get this token made. I thought I did. All right. He is +2 on his initiative.
Are we familiar with this portal at all? Is it normal for things to come out of it?
Yeah, you've heard stories. It leads into Undermountain, the fabled dungeon underneath the Waterdeep. And it's not necessarily normal for stuff to come out of it, but it's not abnormal either. Okay. Looks like I'm missing one initiative for one of you guys. Who is missing? No, there's only 4 of you. I forgot. Okay. Troll. And then the Sturges are all going to go at the same time on a 10 initiative. Have their turn. So they're going to go 10. They got 16 decks, so it's going to be 13.03. All right. Boom. Yoharo, you are first act. What do you want to do?
So I'm going to call it to Durnan. Is you expecting someone?
Get some fire! We're going to need it, he yells back at you.
I have no fire, but I will go ahead and do a Hexblade's curse on this guy.
Okay.
I feel like we're not limited to non-lethal anymore, I'm guessing.
No, you can let it loose now. All right, so just keep an eye on what you roll to hit, because the crits aren't built in to notify you if it crits on a 19 or not. So you're +5 on your attack, so if you get a 24 or 25 to hit, it'll be a crit.
All right, sounds good. I think that's a bonus action, so I can still Eldritch Blast him after that.
Yes, you can. And you're going to get +4 on all your damage, right? No, +2 on all your damage. That's okay.
Right.
All right, so with the Hexblade's Curse, that is 5 points damage to him. And move where you like, and then it's your turn, Claudette.
Is there anything that I can use to light this thing on fire?
You see candles on various tables, so you can grab that. You can see the fireplace about 30 feet away to your southeast.
Shoot.
There's another fireplace to the north, but there's candles at every table. It won't burn much, but if you could douse some in oil, that'd help.
Any oil around?
There is some dressing on several tables you can see. There's no lanterns that you can see nearby, so no lamp oil. There's also plenty of alcohol.
Okay, what's the most potent rot gut at one of the tables?
Okay. You grab that and you throw it, splash it on them.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll all just be one action to do that. And you can do that from 10 feet away, and then move where you want, and then it'll be their turn.
I'll keep 10 feet away because that thing is way above my weight class.
All right, now the Sturges come swooping in. This one swings around to here on Yoharo, tries to stick its proboscis into him, finds a purchase between his armor, and does 4 points of piercing damage to you, Yoharo, and it's attached to you. And you can feel it starting to suck blood out of you. Then this Sturge comes over here to Claudette. Oh, I forgot to roll Yagra's initiative. Let me add her initiative. She's a 6. There we go. Okay. That one comes to Claudette, and these guys are actually small. That they have to be in your square to attack you. And it gets a 19 to hit Claudette, so it finds purchase under her armor. Does 6 points of damage. So you click your token, and then click in the green circle and type -6. And a third Sturge comes over here onto Yagra and tries to get onto Yagra, but Yagra fends it off. Okay, Sturges are done. Rowena, your turn.
All right. First, I want to back up. Can I move to about right here, maybe?
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm going to take out my short bow.
Okay.
And attack the big, ugly, nasty troll.
Fire away. Oh, I should have given you an inspiration, Claudette, for getting it covered in oil or alcohol. That's going to come in handy when you guys need to set on fire. So you got inspiration, Claudette. Rowena, you hit with a 20, no problem. You don't have any allies adjacent, so you don't get sneak attack, but you do 5 points of piercing damage. Anything else?
Nope, that's
okay.
it.
Your turn, do.
I'd tap Claudette back, say, I'm a little too weak, but you should push the troll back into the portal. And then I try and smash the Sturge on its face.
Okay.
On his armor.
Okay, 11 on a Sturge. Nope, doesn't quite make purchase.
That's what I thought. And I'll hit it.
Ooh, miss again. Okay, Yagra is trying to fend off the one on her. She pulls out a mace that she has and tries to smash this thing that's on her with a mace. Try to knock it off her arm. She also has multi-attack, so mace 1, missing. Mace 2, oh, she's got an ally adjacent, still missed. Mace 2 hit for 3 bludgeoning on the Sturge. That knocks that Sturge off and dead. Alright. Then the troll's turn. You see the wounds that you've inflicted to it begin to close.
Shoot.
One of the Sturges falls off and flies back down the well. The others are still sucking on it. It moves to here. Sturges in tow. And attacks Claudette, your friend. Multi-attacking with a bite first. 14 sinks his teeth into her, doing 10 damage. And then claws her for 8 more. And claws her for 10 more, so 18 more damage. Now she is bloodied and staggering. Durnan, you look over your shoulder and you see Durnan has grabbed from under the bar a great sword, and it is amazingly sharp looking. He leaps over the bar, charges at the troll, yelling "Good" to you, Claudette, for covering it in alcohol. Now get some fire, and swings his greatsword at the thing. And his greatsword attacks are +8 to hit. So 20 is a hit, and he does 2d6 plus 4 slashing. 6 plus 4.
Don't mess with Darnet.
He does 9 points of slashing damage to the thing. Swings again. Does another 14. Swings again. 18 to hit, that's a hit. Does another, so that's 26 total. And his last swing is a 18, that's a hit. For 14, he drops the troll unconscious to the ground with 3 mighty swings of that great sword of his. The sturges start flying off of the troll after they've taken their blood. Durnan's done. That round's over. Yoharo, you can see before your eyes the troll start to regenerate. Before you can do anything about that, you got the sturge on you, about to suck your life out of you.
Yeah, I'm going to try to attack that sturge if I can.
Okay. Oh yeah, that connects and kills it. You just chop it in half with your battle axe.
Splendid.
And then you can move where you want. And if you had a bonus, you could do it. And
Yeah, I think I'm content where I am.
Claudette, the troll is on the ground, covered in alcohol, but you have a sturge on you first. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm going to take care of the sturge. Let's see what the attack button is. Attack the sturge.
Yeah, it's hard to get it with a greatsword. And you miss. You can move, you think, and the sturge will just stay with you wherever you move to if you want to go anywhere.
Well, but it'll take the sturge with it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm done.
You're done there? Okay, so the sturge is going to do a blood drain on you, doing 7 points of damage. Start of each of the sturge's turn. Yeah, 7 points of damage to blood loss. So Claudette goes unconscious. The sturge sucking greedily her blood out of her. And it's done. And all the rest of them are flying down the well. And Rowena, your turn. So
Okay.
Claudette is unconscious, so when her turn comes around, she will have to make a death save, unless you can get some healing to her, or someone else can.
I don't think I have any healing potions or
No,
anything.
you don't. It'd be a medicine check, DC 10. As you can see there, you could like reach with your bare hand and grab that sturge and throw it off of her. It'd be an action to do it, though.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
All right. You toss that sturge back into the Yawning Portal. It flies down there, satiated with blood. You can move where you want also, wherever your speed can take you. And do your turn. There's candles on various tables around the bar and the room. Claudette is bleeding out at your feet. A troll is regenerating 10 feet away.
Sorry, walk up to a candle, grab it, and then just kind of set it slowly on the troll.
Very good. All right. That dispatches the troll. Yagra will try. She'll turn to Claudette and try and heal her. She does it. She staunches the bleeding. Claudette, you're stable now. And
So with the death of the troll, my Hexblade curse goes off that I get 4 hit points back, right?
yeah, that is correct. All right. Durnan looks at you, Yoharo, and you, Rowena, and he says, "You fought well." He goes back behind the bar, puts the sword back underneath the bar counter, and has one of the patrons come over and help bandage up Claudette. And that fight is over. So what do you guys got that you can heal Claudette with? Got a paladin, I know that. Did I lose everyone?
Yeah, no, just
No, I can't heal any. I can't heal while unconscious.
Oh, Claudette is the paladin. That's right.
Yeah.
Oops.
yeah.
Okay, well, you can take a short rest, and then she'll get back to 1 hit point at the end of the short rest.
We'll just help bandage up.
Yep. Okay, so various patrons help Claudette out, including Yagra, since you came to her rescue. And in a little while, Claudette regains consciousness. And also at about that time, one of the patrons of the bar wanders over to introduce himself to you guys. So he sits down at your table. I think I got a picture of him here. Yeah. So there you are in the Yawning Portal. Durnan just behind this guy's mug. So this guy's got a big floppy gray hat, big huge handlebar mustache, and comes up to you guys. And tightening his scarf tells you, I am Volo Gedarm, chronicler, wizard, and celebrity at your service. I trust you've noted the violence in our fair city these past 10 days. I haven't seen so much blood since my last visit to Baldur's Gate. But now I fear I have misplaced a friend amid this odious malevence. You all prevailed against a troll, which is no small feat. I would hire you, if you were interested, when you recover, of course, to help find my friend. Would you be interested?
Sure.
What are you interested in paying?
I can offer you 10 dragons apiece right now, and I can give you each 10 times that when you find Floon. My friend's name is Floon Blagmar. He's more beautiful than he is smart, and I worry he's took a bad way home a couple nights ago and was probably kidnapped, or maybe even worse. If you can track him down with all due haste tonight, if at all possible, I would greatly appreciate it.
As a bounty hunter, it's basically in my job description. I'd be glad to help.
I mean, I'd say yes on that name alone.
You know where he went missing by?
Well, last time I saw him, and he's handing over to you guys as we speak, the little pouches full of gold, even the ones that haven't agreed yet, because he knows you're going to take his offer. And the nice thing about this gold, you each get 10 gold dragons, and you get to keep this in addition to the gold you get when you level.
Oh, so it's not chocolate.
No, it's real gold. It's in the eventually campaign. Was that?
Eventually content catalog.
Yeah, content catalog. That's right. All right. So he will tell you about his friend. So Floon, last I saw, well, I met him for drinks 2 nights ago at the Skewered Dragon. It's another kind of a dive bar down in the dock district, but I like to, get around and see the various places in the city. We drank and gambled for a few hours, and then I left, and that's the last I saw of Floon. It's not the safest part of Waterdeep. I would start there, though. See if anyone there at the Skewered Dragon or nearby saw anything.
Well, I can offer you my services as an agent of Tyr and Justice.
Very good. You have my gold. You have my admiration for driving that beast back down into the Yawning Portal, or those beasts, before they made a feast of all of us. Good luck.
Can you describe Floon before we go off?
Yeah.
We need to know what he looks like.
He gives you a good, thorough description of him. Red hair, handsome fellow, strong, square jaw, no mustache, no facial hair, greenish colored eyes, and his hair is kind of about shoulder length, straight, and auburn colored, kind of a mixed reddish and brownish color.
And you were drinking at the Skewered Dragon?
The Skewered Dragon.
Boy, you guys are slumming it.
It's a tavern between Net Street and Flayer Lane in the Dock Ward. So,
Isn't the dock ward where most of the money in the temples are?
that's a good question. So you
I
guys
know
right
that
now,
there's a temple to Tempest there because Tempest is my favorite god.
I don't know for sure. There might be. So you guys are here at the Yawning Portal. The Skewered Dragon, he tells you, is near the intersection of Filet Lane and between Filet Lane and Net Street in an alley, basically, right over here. There.
So, do you see Brandon messaged in Discord?
Oh, he did. Did I respond too late? No. Awesome. Nope. Let's see. How do I reply to him? Directly to him.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. In fact, let's take a break. Let's take a 10-minute break. Come back at 1 after the hour. And we'll see if Brandon can join us in time. All right. So he's got the invite. There he is. Hey, Brandon. So yeah, we had someone not show, so you can be our number 5.
Awesome.
You're really quiet on the mic.
Am I?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No,
Let me see if I can turn it up.
Yeah, you're quiet over here too.
All right.
That's better. That's a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay. I don't have your token and stuff all set up, so you kind of have to just roll dice manually, the old-fashioned way. But I'll have
Not
your
a
token.
problem. If you'd like, I have a character sheet already filled out in my personal, so.
I don't have the character sheets turned on or use them, so you can just roll
Okay.
manually for today, and
You
I'll
got
get
it.
your token all set up for next time.
Okay.
What was your character again? I forget.
I had John. That was a half-orc barbarian.
Half-orc barbarian. Okay, let me get a token for you.
Are you using the same one as before for the Storm King's Thunder, or is there a different roll 20?
Same roll 20. Should be the same roll
Okay.
20. If you need the address, just let me know. I can send
No,
it to
no,
you
I
again.
got it. I'll be in there just a moment. I was just fixing my True Dragons of Absalon for the TPK con.
Okay,
Sorry.
no problem. Well,
Okay.
you were the second alternate, so you lucked out.
Yeah. Fun times. All right, let me change my name real quick and to address what I actually am.
What kind of weapons does your half-orc use?
Rapier and dagger.
Okay, well, I got something that's kind of a dual weapon guy. And we'll get a better one for next time.
Okay. PC. 14. I don't have any DCs because I'm not a spellcaster. Alright, there you go. That's set up.
Mud, like the guy from Star Trek?
No, it's kind of a play on the Game of Thrones.
Oh, I see it now.
Like Jon Snow.
I don't know whether if I should laugh or cry.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's just the story of Game of Thrones.
Never was much of a Game of Thrones person, but even, come on.
Well, I was looking for a catchy name for a person that has a chip on their shoulder about being an outcast just because they're not legitimate. And it's like, well, someone
Oh,
said,
you and Claudette will have stuff to talk about then.
oh yeah.
I'm illegitimate. My mother wasn't nobility.
Oh no, I got the opposite. I'm illegitimate due to the fact that my mother doesn't want to admit that I actually came from her. Came from her because she lost a drinking bet with an orc.
All right, you win. You had to explain that to the husband too.
Yeah.
Okay, got your guy.
Awesome.
I'll put him with the rest of the guys there. So all the PCs are kind of in this area right there.
Not a problem.
Don't know if I should burn my lay on hands or insist we take a short rest.
So the party, unfortunately, is pretty limited on healing, but you should definitely save that lay on hands, because since it's a short rest, people could spend hit dice. And I need to take a quick break. I spent most of our break not taking a break. So 1 minute after we'll come back. Maybe 2 minutes after the hour.
Cool.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so Brandon, you missed character intros and player intros and all that good stuff. So why don't we start with that for your guy?
Absolutely. The name is John Mudd, originally from the Clavo family, but I've joined the military, found that I didn't like that much either. I'm gladly coming to be an adventurer here in the Waterdeep to see if I can make my fame and fortune in this aspect. I have not found my true calling and hoping that this truly will be it. I will gladly handle whatever brawls you have. I've seen to be that's the only good thing I am is a good brawler, or as they say. But yes, here to help as much as I can.
Okay, and where are you from, Brandon?
I am from Phoenix, Arizona, or the character I don't know.
All right.
That's a good question.
Okay. You missed basically just the start when the party.
Sorry,
I got had to take care of some stuff. Okay, so you just missed. The party was meeting together at the Yawning Portal Tavern. They broke up a brawl between one of the regulars there and some ruffians. One of which had strange tattoos all over his head of eyes. And then, after you broke that fight up, a troll crawled up from out of the Yawning Portal, and you guys helped defeat the troll, and a bunch of sturges as well.
wow, at level 1, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And then,
Sorry, I missed that.
then you guys met Volo,
Mm-hmm.
who has need of someone to help find his friend, and you guys have agreed to help find his friend. Oh, and he even gave you guys some gold, which you get to keep.
Awesome.
10 gold pieces, which will be in addition to what you get for leveling up.
Awesome.
And he promises you another 100 gold for bringing his friend back.
Okay.
All right, so you guys leave the Yawning Portal. After you get a short rest, Claudette, you can spend a hit die if you like.
I would love to.
So just click your token, and then click the A16 button, and it'll roll a hit die roll for you.
A16?
Yep.
Okay.
So you got a 5. Roll a 3. So you get 5 hit points back. Anyone else who wants to could also spend a hit die.
I'll take it.
All right.
Could I ask Durnan a question before we leave the Yawning Portal?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I just want to ask him if it's normal for people with eye tattoos to be attacking his patrons.
No. But that is, that's what we're coming to expect now from those Xanathar guys.
Historically, eye tattoos are not a good thing.
No, definitely not. There's a war brewing, I think, a gang war, probably between the Zentarum and the Xanathar Guild. I don't know what they're fighting about.
Tattoos around the eyes or tattoos on the eyes?
Tattoos of eyes all over his head.
Eyes. Okay.
Yeah. Xanathar, you've heard that name before. That
Yes.
is a beholder. And so members of the Xanathar Guild, if that's what those guys were, must have tattoos of eyes all over themselves.
That would make sense.
Yeah. All right, so you set out into the streets of Waterdeep, and you travel from the Yawning Portal Tavern, which is here in the Trade Ward, and on your way south through the Dock Ward towards the Southern Ward, you're traveling down Snail Street, when you come across a little commotion ahead in the street. You see, as you turn a corner, you see an area cordoned off by the city watch, and you see lying on the cobblestones a half dozen corpses. Looks like they were in some sort of fight. The watch officers have disarmed them and have arrested 3 blood-drenched humans and are in the midst of questioning them and witnesses that are standing about. One of the officers sees you and says, "Get on! Nothing to see here."
I'll move along.
Yeah.
You don't recognize any of them as Floon. They don't look like him at all. Continuing on toward the Skewered Dragon, you come down Snail Street to Fillet Lane, and then as you're, when you first start getting into the dock ward, you see the place is pretty run down. The buildings are tall, densely packed. They leave most of the neighborhood in shadow at ground level. It's nighttime now. And it's really dark at nighttime because most of the streetlights have their glass smashed and their candles stolen, so there's only a few burning. And you can smell the salt air of the sea and excrement lingering as you pass rows of rundown buildings. You turn the corner onto Flay Lane, and you're at the intersection of that and Zastro Street, which is right here. When you see a very curious shop, in light of your recent discussions of Xanathar, this shop catches your attention because in a window there's a stuffed beholder. And above the door, there's a sign that says Old Zoblob Shop.
That's curious.
An interesting place to investigate.
I mean, it can't be a coincidence.
Is this place open for business currently?
Is it open?
So you can see the lantern and some hazy smoke inside, like there's someone in there. Probably
I'll
smoking.
try open the door.
The door is unlocked, and indeed, through the hazy smoke, you see sitting on a counter, smoking a pipe, a completely bald gnome. And he also has tattoos over his body of eyes and stuff. And his shop, the walls all around you are all purple. Let's see here. The cloud is lavender scented. The smoke itself is purple. Every wall is painted purple. Every dusty knickknack on the shelves is dyed a deep violet. The hairless old gnome sitting cross-legged on the counter wears plum-colored robes. His cheeks are decorated with 9 purple face-painted eyes. So when you walk in, he lowers his pipe and exhales a cloud of lavender smoke before raising a hand. Hail and well met. Come browse the shelves of the most curious curiosity shop in the world. And he looks high as a kite.
I see.
So what's your favorite color?
I was about to ask that.
I want to walk up to him in an undercom and say, "Can I borrow a light?" and hold out my pipe.
All right. He lights you up. It's good stuff here. Can I interest you in any of the curiosities?
Well, I am quite curious.
Is he saying this in undercommon or?
Let's see if he knows Undercommon real quick. Yeah, he does know Undercommon.
Okay. I just figured a bald no.
Yeah.
That's what I look like exactly, everyone. To just to give everyone some context clues there.
Birds of a feather.
Make good lunch.
What do you have?
Oh, I have everything from all different areas of this great world. Roll a D100 for me. Oops. 69. For 69, you look around his shelves to see what kind of gear and equipment and stuff he has, and you spy a purple crystal knob. Looks like you could put it on a door or a cabinet or something like that.
Is it
And go ahead.
Is it made of real crystal? Because if so, that's.
It doesn't look like it's worth a lot. He sees you eyeing it, and he says, "That is a beautiful piece. For you, 3 gold pieces." It doesn't look like it's worth 3 gold pieces, you don't think. Looks like it's probably just glass. Everyone, roll a D100 for me, please. As you guys are all kind of looking around the shop, I'll tell you some other things you see.
Oh, I think I missed the D in there.
Yeah. Yep, you rolled 100. All right. You guys see a bag containing looks like purple teeth inside the bag. You guys see a small purple stone block, perfectly square. You see an orb etched with strange ruins, also olive purple. Everything here is out of purple, or lavender, or violet. All sorts of strange knickknacks. He gives you prices on each of them. They vary from 1 to 6 gold, depending on the item. And there's probably hundreds of things like this, all sorts of strange curiosities in his shop. And then, of course, there's the big stuffed beholder in the window as well. What are you guys doing traveling through the dock wards so late at night?
We're looking for someone, a man named Floon, who was drinking at the, what was it,
Skewered dragon.
the skewered dragon.
That's real close to here. I don't know anyone named Floon. What did they look like?
I described.
Boy. Those things on that window shelf are kind of blocking my view. Maybe if someone bought some of them, I might have seen something.
The purple cube.
Yeah?
What's that look like?
Yeah, that is just 2 gold pieces for you.
What is it exactly?
It's just a perfectly cube block of purple stone.
I'll take.
Okay. Well,
I wouldn't mind buying me a souvenir from here if you wouldn't mind. That little stuffed contraption you have there looks like an eyeball with a bunch of eyeballs.
yeah, no, I can't sell you the eye tyrant hanging in the window, of course. That's old Zoblob. The shop's named after him.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, he's not for sale.
He's not?
No.
Well, that's quite a shame.
Any particular reason why?
Why he's not for sale? Because this is Zoblob's curiosity shop. I'm Zoblob. No relation, of course, to the eye tyrant Zoblob. But without it, it wouldn't be Zoblob's shop.
Would it not?
No.
Because you are Zoblob.
I'm getting a little confused. No, I cannot sell it. He takes the money for the person buying the cube.
I will buy the bag of teeth. That does sound quite interesting.
Okay, that's a gold piece for that.
I'm glad to pay that.
After you've purchased and kind of loosened up his purse strings a little bit, he says, I do remember a well-dressed fellow who looks similar to what you say. He was jumped outside this shop by some rough-looking men in black leather armor.
Black leather, you say?
Yeah, I think there were 5 of them, but none of them looked familiar, except I did notice something weird. One of them had a black tattoo of a winged snake on his neck.
Winged snake, eh?
Yep.
Anyone with tattoos of eyes?
He kind of looks like he's self-reflecting a little bit, and then says, no one with eye tattoos.
Interesting.
So you guys can chat with him a little bit more, but you don't get any more information out of him besides 5 men in black leather armor, one of which had a tattoo of a winged snake on his neck.
It'll be okay.
Do you happen to notice which way they went?
No, I kind of laid low. I didn't see where they took off toward. Folk like that come and go from the Skewered Dragon quite a bit, though. If that's the way you're heading, you might run right into them.
See, that'd be interesting.
I see no reason to tally. We should go to the Skewered Dragon.
All right. The Skewered Dragon is just around the corner from where you're at, so it takes you no time at all to get there. It looks like a ruin when you see it. You wouldn't think it was actually a working shop. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed. There's a ship's anchor lodged in its roof. And through the windows you can see there's a group of haggard patrons drinking from huge tankards.
So apparently somebody didn't like to be at sea.
Yeah, that could be it. So, you guys want to go in?
Absolutely. This sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you go in there, and it's definitely a dive. And it looks like the patrons that you see are all pretty much dock workers. You eye them to see if any of them are wearing black leather armor. You don't see any. Nor do you see any tattoos of winged snakes on any of their necks.
Okay.
They,
Pull my belt up and straighten my shoulders a bit as I walk.
okay.
Instead of doing that, I actually slouch and try and lower my own stature
Okay.
and sit down to watch.
Okay. They all look like they're pretty distrustful of you guys. There's some whispers back and forth between patrons as they watch you. None open up of their own accord to you to come over and to chat with you. So what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna walk over to the bar and to the bartender and order a drink and try and chat him up a bit.
Okay. He makes you a drink, and he says, "What are the likes of you doing in our bar tonight? You all came in together, right?"
Yeah, I'll join
Yep.
at the bar.
Yeah.
Looking to have a good time.
Well, we can get you we can get you drunk. That's about as good a time as we can give you here. He pours out some beer for you guys.
I'd like to inquire about one drunk in particular, a man named Floon, who came drinking with the illustrious Volo.
So you're looking for more than a drinks, then, huh? Information as well. That costs money too, you know.
I'll slide him a gold piece.
Okay. He takes the gold piece and he says, "Well, I do remember seeing a man who looks like, after you describe him, a man who looks like that. Came in here with a fellow named Volo. Pretty full of himself, that one. After Volo left, he stuck around long enough to meet up with another friend of his. Renair Never Ember," he whispers to you guys. "He's the son of Waterdeep's previous lord, Doggolt at Never Ember. Chip off the old block, that one," sneers a patron who's kind of overhearing and listening to you. And that patron continues, "Just another spoiled rich noble who likes to rub our noses in it." Then the patron goes back to his drink and the bartender continues. "Yeah, the two drank and played a few rounds of Three-Dragon Ante before leaving around midnight. 5 men followed them out. No one in the tavern knows what happened after that. Let's see here. And I haven't seen those men back at this tavern ever since.
Do you know where the men would have went?
Look for the snake symbol on the door." This is another tavern regular who comes up. It says, "Look for the snake symbol on the door of a warehouse on Candle Lane." That's where they're
that
at.
guy over to see if he has any eye tattoos.
Nope, no eye tattoos. Good idea, though.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys can finish your drinks, then head on up toward Candle Lane, which is not far. It's just up the way of the dragon a little bit.
Rowena doesn't touch her drink, but
Okay. So you get to Candle Lane, and Candle Lane is a very narrow alley between the Way of the Dragon and heading towards Snail Street. So it's dark as a dungeon in there, especially at night, and it's really smelly. All the street lamps have been smashed. The only light, it's like one lantern lit, and it's a faint flickering, and it is shining above Well, you look around, you can see there's a warehouse directly across the street from the lamp. And you can see, looking carefully, a black winged snake printed above the door's handle.
Is there anybody watching us right now or following us?
Everyone make a perception check. So click your token, which might be somewhere off the map, since I've been moving it around on you guys. Probably back in the Yawning Portal. And then click your W wisdom button. Oh wow, Yoharo's pretty keen on watching his back, being a bounty hunter, and he says, I think we're in the clear. No one's around. So, I'm going to move you guys to another map here. Let me grab y'all. Missing John Mudd.
There you go. I wasn't sure where everyone was because it's like, okay,
Yeah.
everything looks so similar. One day.
Okay. So, I just moved you to this map here. You are in an alley, and the light is shining. The alley is basically as wide, like the black line to the left of John is the edge of the alley on the other side, so it's only about 15 feet wide. There is actually like a gated area blocked off, and you can see there's a doorway into the gate, and then there's a really big like cargo entry door over here, and then there's a side door right here, and then you can also see a window right over here. The gate is actually locked, the outer gate. That gate right there.
Not for long. Can I try to pick it?
You bet. So click your token, click your D button for dexterity. So Rowena whips out her thieves' tools. Anyone else got proficiency with thieves' tools in the party?
Do not.
Well, my thieves' tools is called a great sword, but
Yeah.
I don't think that.
I'm proficient with them, but I don't own any at the moment.
Well, since you're proficient, you can grant advantage by helping her, Rowena. So that
Sure,
gives you,
go
with
for it.
advantage, a 14, and that is enough to pick the lock on the door on the outside of this warehouse. So you're able to get into the fenced-off area. Now you got the big, it's like a roll-up cargo entry door right here. Probably make a lot of noise if you rolled it up. And a small side door here. Neither one of those are locked.
Can I look in the window?
Yeah.
Stealthily?
Yeah. You sneak over to the window, peer inside, and you can see basically a warehouse. You can't see very far into the warehouse because it's all stacked up with boxes up against that window. So those little blocks are boxes. And crates and barrels and such.
Alrighty.
But if you were to get through that window, you could, looks like, snake your way through them into the main body of the warehouse.
Yeah, I guess I'll try that.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely, get your dagger out, jiggle the window. It's more like a shuttered opening than a window. There's really no glass there. So you just get the shutters out of the way, and you guys can climb through there. So, climbing into the warehouse, you, first of all, listen, and you can hear some movement. There are creatures in there moving around. Sound like they're probably humanoid, not like snakes or animals or anything like that. You hear footfalls. Their feet might be clawed because you can hear kind of click, click, click sounds as they walk as well. And from the sounds of it, there's probably about 2 or 3 of them in there. So, if you want, you can make a stealth check to kind of peek around the boxes and see if you can see them without them noticing you there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stand perfectly still.
Okay, so you're not super stealthy. That's a
No.
9.
Oh,
So everyone get into position where you want to be. You can all be like right behind Rowena, wherever you want to be there. And I'll draw the rest of the room that you can see. So Rowena peers around the corner to see if she can spy what's in there. And unfortunately, stumbles and knocks a little barrel over. And you see a creature coming around the corner, turn and look. And this thing is very strange looking. It looks like a walking crow.
is that Kinku?
And here's a good picture of him actually here. So there you guys are walking into the place. And you probably didn't have like a light spell going like these guys did, but nevertheless, they heard you and immediately draw weapons and start closing on you. So go ahead, everyone, roll initiative. You only see one, but he immediately caws, and you hear return caws from deeper in the warehouse. So there must be more in there. You think probably 3 more besides him. So John, you don't have initiative, so just roll a d20. I'll add your turn, and manually, adjust that. You can type in the number 0. You can replace it with what you roll.
No, I'm just trying to remember the macro.
Oh, 2 square open brackets D20.
No. I'm trying to remember the macro added to the turn tracker.
I already did. It's already in there.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to be efficient.
No problem.
I swear, I've used Roll20 for years.
Yeah, so you can just type that 19...
Tracker, that was the name I was looking for, tracker. 1914.
Should be 19.02. What should be?
0.02? I thought it was you use your dex as your tiebreaker.
I use the dex modifier as tiebreaker.
19.02.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
All right, so you can see a little deeper around in the warehouse. There is stairs going up to a upper level in the warehouse, and on this lower level, what do you see in there? You see tables and chairs carelessly tossed across the floor. You don't see this yet. I shouldn't have put it in there, but you can smell. It kind of smells like a charnel house. There's probably dead people in here from the smell of it. Yeah. And there's some stairs that rise up to an open level up above. And that level that's up above is open not on the little spur that you guys are in, but the whole eastern part of the warehouse looks like it's open to a balcony that's over your guys' head right now, basically. Okay, so you see this one guy here. Let me roll his initiative. And there's more, at least you would say 3 more in that warehouse that returned his call. And the first person to act is Rowena.
Okay.
All right, Rowena, so you see him. You know he sees you. What do you want to do?
All right, I am going to try and just shoot an arrow into his throat.
All right, fire away. That connects, and 8 points of damage is pretty good. He's pretty badly wounded, gagging on that arrow, but still standing there. Gonna move where you want to move to. And then after you, some of the Kenku go. So one you don't see who returned the call. He's gonna be readied. And then Yoharo, your turn.
Does this guy made any threatening actions towards us yet, besides making that call?
Yeah, he did. He drew a weapon, a short sword, and was advancing on Rowena with it.
Also the dead body.
And there's also dead bodies in the room, yeah.
Yeah, we can smell them, but, so are these boxes making this difficult terrain?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, you can kind of clamber over the boxes, and your party has difficult terrain.
Alright, so...
You just can't move it diagonally through a pillar, which is like these things right here are pillars.
Okay, so that's 10, 20, is this 25 or 30?
25.
Alright, so I'll just get right up next to him and use a battle axe.
All right.
That was not it.
15, that connects, and the 7 damage cuts him down. He falls dead to the ground. And from your position, when you moved to right there, you can see another guy there. You don't see any more. You can see also just the edge of some bodies. You can see some flies flying about, giving away their position too. There's one body right there. There might be more that you can't see around those boxes to the south. There's a whole bunch of boxes to the north, stacked up there. And then there's, of course, the stairs to the ceiling, the area up above. And when you draw that, it's going to be over to the right-hand side. So let's see here. You can see all that up there above you. So it's mostly open, but it's got a balcony that goes around the eastern wall that overlooks the main warehouse floor. John, your turn.
All right, just typing out the macro or the attack right now. So drawing both the rapier and the dagger. 10.
You can like go right over him diagonally, so that'd be 10 there, and then 15 to
Okay.
there.
15, 20, 25, 30, and this is my attack. So a miss and a probably miss.
Yep. 5 and 9 both miss.
Okay.
All right, after John, do your turn. Oh, sorry. John, when you got to there, you could see, looking back at the balcony above you and behind you, another one of those guys.
Okay.
You don't see him necessarily. Oh boy. Just a second here. Where is he? Ah, there we go. Okay, so he's up here on the balcony looking down, and he was the one that was readied. Yeah,
Okay.
he was readied. He did not have a chance to hide, so he's not hidden from you, so he does not have advantage. But he does shoot his short bow down on top of John, hitting armor class 16. What's your armor class, John?
Armor class is 15.
15, 9 points of piercing.
9. Okay, and was that before my turn? My turn was done.
Yes.
All right.
He did that
Then
basically when you got to, let's see, you would have been like there when that happened.
Okay, my bonus action will be to go into rage.
All right. Let's see. And then your turn, do.
Was just this difficult terrain?
Yeah, so you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would take you 6 to get to there if you went a straight line, just because Claudette's 2 squares as well.
So it'd be, I only have 5. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could be on the boxes right there at 5. Yep.
Okay, so right here.
No, it'd be there.
Okay. I'll throw a dart at disadvantage.
All right. Dart in the Kenku. 16 connects, even with disadvantage, and does 4 points of piercing to the thing. Got it. All right. That Kenku stabs at the raging barbarian in his face with his short sword and misses. And then you hear a rustle of boxes to your north, John, and you see a Kenku peeking his head through some boxes and around a pillar, and he's got a short bow in hand, and he fires a short bow at John.
Okay.
That's a 17.
That'll hit for 4.
Yep. He is done. Next is... Sorry. Yep, that was all of them. Claudette, your turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can't quite get there.
Nope. I'm gonna pitch a javelin over at that.
Okay. You will need to get to the other side of the boxes, or at least like here on top of the boxes to see him. You can fall back after you throw your javelin if you want. And a 10 goes wide. And going to finish your move, and that round's over. And Rowena, your turn. So Rowena, you can see that guy. He's got cover from you, but you do have an ally adjacent.
Okay, can I move closer, like on top of the boxes?
3, 4. So for cover, oops, ignore that, attacks. Okay, so for determining cover, I use the rules in the DMG, page 251, but basically what you'd want to do is get parallel with John. So you could go like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that thing would have no cover from you. Or you could go there, or wherever else you want to go. And before you make your attack, I should remind everyone, see Rowena now, Claudette, Do, Yoharo, you all have inspiration. That's the little leaf icon. So at any time before you roll a d20 for an attack, a check, or a save, just announce that you want to use it, and you'll have advantage on that attack, check, or save.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot the guy right next to John with my short bow.
Fire away. You connect. thanks to not having any cover. So you can also do sneak attack.
Right?
Yep. 9 points of damage, drops the crow guy.
Sweet.
Good job. Okay, after Rowena. The next Kenku goes, the one up above John, shooting down on him with his bow. Fires away. Missing. Yoharu, your turn.
That was your mom, right?
So which one just shot? The one across the way or north?
No, it came down from above, so he must be on the balcony over your head.
Oh, so there's one more that we haven't seen at least.
Yeah, he's like right here. So,
okay,
so that's like right over your guys' head. But John is sitting like right here, out in the open.
Okay. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can't quite get to this guy, but I'll go ahead and shoot him with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. 13. He's got enough cover from that pillar and boxes that the 13 misses. Okay, after Yoharu is John.
Oh, well. If that's the case, can I get stairs difficult terrain?
Yeah, so you'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would put you at the top of the stairs. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's quite a ways to get to him.
Oh, I'm going to deal with this guy first then. Right here, and let me modify my damage rolls for rage.
Oh, wow. 23 hit by a mile and did 8 points. That includes rage?
That includes rage.
Okay, got it. The 8 missed. Do your turn.
Yeah. How tall is the... Let's do this.
The balcony up above your head, it is about 15 feet above the ground.
Dang it. I was going to jump off on... I don't think I can.
There's enough hooks and such that you could climb with a DC 10 athletics check. If you want to make it.
Yep.
You want to climb up there? Okay. Go make an athletics check. So that's a strength check. Boom, no problem. So you climb on up. You're hanging onto the wall right here. You jump over the rail, and you can let him have it. Oh yeah, that hit by a mile. He's startled that you made it up there.
And then kick.
Oh, he dodges the kick. Barely.
Oh.
Okay, after do. The Kenku there in the boxes by John. Drops his short bow, pulls out a short sword, and tries to stab John with his short sword. 13's a miss. And then he, fearing for his life, it looks like, provokes from you, John.
All right, then
Might
I
not
will
have been his best move.
just take the first one because I'm just doing it the fast way.
Yep. Oh, yeah. You cut him down before he can get away. Claudette, your turn.
Suppose nobody wants to question these people and see where they take anyone, so I'll start making my way up the stairs.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Puts you at the top. 11, 12 would put you to there if you wanted a double move. Oops.
Yeah.
There. Okay. That round's over. Rowena, your turn. If you get to here, you can see the Kenku up above.
Maybe. And I'm gonna do that. And can I? Is he in range with my short bow?
Oh yeah, he's like 15 feet away.
That's what I'm gonna do. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And you got an ally adjacent too. So even with cover, 16 hits for 8, 10. Dropped him.
Yeah.
The Kenku are gone. All right. Now you can get a good look around this place. The rest of this place. That wall ends there. There are bodies stacked up against the walls of this warehouse. It looks like some sort of gang turf war happened inside this place. Let's see. The bodies are, half of them dressed in leather armor, black leather armor. That's 5 of them. Then there are 7 of them, also clad in leather armor, but of various different make, browns and other colors. And let's see here. One of those guys has a black tattoo on the palm of his right hand that looks like a circle with 10 spokes radiating out from its circumference. So it looks like this. I just put it in the middle of the room there.
Okay.
So that's what he's got on the palm of his hand. That one of the guys dressed in the leather, but not black leather. One of the guys in black leather, you find a tattoo of a winged snake on him. All right.
Like,
Now you can search. You search other bodies, see if they have any treasure on them. You can search the Kenku to see if they have any treasure on them.
I'm more interested in searching around and finding.
You search the warehouse to see what's in the warehouse.
Not like search the bodies.
I'll search the bodies as well, and also try to see if there's anyone that's still breathing, even a little bit.
Got it. Looks like none are still breathing even a little bit. At least you don't think so. And one of you searching the warehouse, when you get near this door over here to what looks like a storage closet underneath the stairs, you can hear some ragged breathing coming from behind the door in that room there.
Open it.
Opening the door, it's just like you thought, a small little storage closet. But you find inside a man with red hair. He's marred by grime, the lingering stench of whatever packing material he was hiding in. But he speaks with grace and articulation. He says, "Thank you for rescuing me. I am in your debt."
Is it Floon?
No, I'm not Floon, but I was with him. My name is Renair. Renair Never Ember. To who do I owe the honor or the thanks for rescuing me? And he asks all of your names.
Claudette Vance of the Vance family. Pleased to make your acquaintance, and I bow politely because he is higher station than me.
He says, no need to bow. You saved my life. The chamber that he was in, it smells strongly of sour fish and vinegar. That's what was stored in there. It's filled with discarded ropes, canvas, tarps, and splintered wood from smashed barrels. And he tells you he had slipped free. I slipped free upon my bonds, and hid back here. Let's see.
You're
here.
lucky you did.
Yeah.
And then kind of point to all the dead bodies.
Yeah.
like Birdie's wondering, it's mine.
I've been here a couple days now. I am hungry, and I'm tired of eating rancid fish. You guys got anything?
I just have my rations.
Well, drinks are on me when we get back to the bar. How did you find me? What were you doing here?
Well, we're searching for Floon, and Volvo sent us.
Right.
We haven't seen. Do you know where he is?
Well, we were jumped by these thugs, and he points to the thugs that are lying dead. Let's see. I feel guilty that Floon was taken. I think they thought Floon was me. We kind of look alike a little bit.
That was my question. If they were after you.
Say again?
That was my question. If they were after you or Floon.
Yeah. I think the Zentarum think that my father has some sort of huge stash of gold somewhere, and they think that I know where it might be. They think they can find it.
Where it is?
No, I don't have a clue where it is. They think they can find it. They were looking for some artifact called the Stone of Galore, which was in the hands of the Xanathar Guild until recently. Apparently, someone stole it from Xanathar. The Zents thought I knew something about all of this, but I don't. My father and I haven't spoken in years. Anyway, it was the Xanathar that came here and killed all the Zents, and those birdmen were with them. They probably have a hideout here somewhere close, I imagine. So you guys, the rest of you are searching the rest of the place. Let me tell you what else you found while you're talking to him. First of all, you find a secret door with your searching, and it's right over here in the wall, near where you found Rainier.
Tapping, tapping, tapping.
Yeah. So you listen at it, you search for traps. Roll a let's see, this can be a perception check. I'll roll it for you as a secret. Okay. No traps and no sounds. You want to open it and see what's inside?
Yeah.
All right. When you open the door, you hear the faint sound of a bell ringing above you. And you find, indeed, a string that you missed that was connected to the bell. And inside you see 2 wooden crates that have been stashed in a little secret room back here. And in those crates you find... Let's see... You find this. The first contains 4 wood-framed paintings wrapped in leather. They depict the cities of Luskan, Neverwinter, Silvery Moon, and Baldur's Gate. You also find a second crate which contains silver trade bars.
Which means Diddley and Adventurers League.
So you gather up all that treasure. You'll use it to live high on the hog, and also to get your gold at the end of level 1. And if any of you want to like decorate your houses and stuff with it, you can always use that as story awards or as part of your character's story. So you steal away the Zentarum treasure. What else you find? Okay, up above.
How long was that? How loud was that bell?
Not super loud. But going upstairs, luckily you find there's no one up there. So the bell, you find some bells outside, like some offices on the upper floor, which go out on the main street. So you entered through the alley, but then there's like the main street outside the front door to the place here on the upper level. And in these offices, you search them and you search the upper level there. See what you find. Upper level, all sorts of junk. Moth-eaten cloth, bottles of spoiled olive oil, nothing of any value there. And then the offices, they each have desks, chairs, bare shelves covered in dust. Looks like no one's been here for a long time. Harmless rats skittering about. And mounted above each office door is a steel alarm bell. And it looks like each of them is connected to something under the floor, most likely the room you just found. Searching them, you do find, oddly, a single sheet of parchment in perfect condition. Everything else is dusty and moth-eaten and garbage.
Does that parchment have some writing on it?
No. Oddly enough, no writing on either side. Let's see what else you find there. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so why was Rainier kidnapped? He told you all that stuff. So the Stone of Galore is what the Zentarum Guild said they were looking for. So about the time you finish searching the whole warehouse, and you've taken care of getting Rainier out of his hiding spot, the City Watch shows up. A dozen members of the City Watch basically come storming into the place. They tell you all stay here till we finish looking around. We had a report of some suspicious activity, one of the sergeants says, or maybe he's a captain. What were you guys doing here?
Bird hunting.
I see. Yeah. How many were there?
Only 3 this time. Bag a few more next time.
All right. Looks like Zentarum. Maybe Xanathar Guild too.
What?
Were you here when this all took place?
Only the birds. The rest of them, nah. They got lucky.
Well, we've had this place under surveillance for a while, but
Not good enough surveillance, apparently, because there are birds in here.
yeah, no, I know. We pulled back the patrols, pulled back the surveillance to bolster the patrols through the dock ward because of all this gang activity taking place. We should have stayed on this place, obviously. I kind of regret that we pulled out. We're looking for a Zent instigator. His name's Erstool Phloxin, a big fish rumored to be responsible for much of the recent strife. If you guys, if you guys hear anything about that, I want you to come talk to me. Eustace is my name. Eustace Staggett.
So, Mr.
Staggett. Mr. Staggett.
After we hear about him, did you want us to talk to you about him after we slid him from navel to chest, or before?
Before. I want to talk to him
Before.
alive.
Oh, alive.
Yes.
How alive?
Like alive all the
10
way.
Fingers, or
You could maybe take a finger.
okay.
Staggett
Don't break
notices
the law.
Renair. Renair like comes up behind you guys as you're talking to Staggett, and looks like he recognizes Renair, and he kind of like stiffens up a little bit, stands at attention a little bit. He says, "Well, you guys obviously."
You don't gotta worry about him none. Remember, I said that we all saved his life, and thus no one has to worry about it. I think that you were on patrol here, right? So you saved his life too.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Well, you guys can be on your way. Just be careful.
Does there happen to be a bounty or reward on this guy we're looking for? Or is this just
Just information.
charity work?
Just charity work, actually. Yeah.
I love charity work, especially when I get to break some fingers.
All right, you going to be on your way, or you got any more questions for Captain Eustace Staggett?
If I can, I'd like to take that sheet of parchment in case we can discern something from it later.
You bet. You grab that. You grab that. You're walking out with the paintings and such.
Oh yeah,
They just watch you go.
they were ours. We were coming to get them because the bird stole them.
Yeah. Well,
It
you
happened
know,
when we came in.
it's best not to meddle in any criminal matters. I leave the dirty business here to the City Watch. You should probably stay clear of this gang warfare that's happening. Not all the City Watch officers as nice as me. Keep blood off the streets, you know?
Yeah. You just let me. The city watch guys that don't like be nice have a problem with being nice. I got a problem with being nice too.
Okay. Any questions for him before you head off?
Nope. And as soon as I turn the corner, I start, bending over in pain because I just got my ass handed to me.
Right. Okay, so you guys get out of there. You can actually rest for the night. You still haven't found Floon. Renair doesn't know where he's at, but he can help you guys ask around and maybe find out if there's any kind of hideouts that the Zenithar Guild has, because that's who has them, he says. If the Zenithar Guild has any hideouts nearby here, he can help you find them. So, you guys will get an extended rest, and it'll be the next day when you go searching, or hopefully find out where a hideout might be that he could have been taken to. And we'll take a quick break here.
Cool.
We'll come back at 5 after the hour.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Just for everyone's reference, basically every game we play will be 4 hours long, so in this series. So break until 5 after.
it's no. Dead.
Hmm.
And social basically history, but
Mm-hmm.
I think at least what she has out deep. Yeah. We're learning race, geography, religion, economics. No. A is achievements, politics, economic, social. By economics, it basically means here's my sheep. Chicken.
Just bartering, yes. That is the original aspect of economics, bartering.
Because coins and stuff that come like 3,000. I don't know. Something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so we'll get one more minute here until everyone else can be back. Alright, so tracking Floon the next day. You have Renair to help you, but I need you guys, whoever's the best at investigation, and if two of you are trained in investigation, that best person can have advantage, to make a intelligence investigation check. So, it's definitely not going to be John, I bet.
No.
Do maybe, he's got a 14 intelligence, but he's not trained in it. Rowena's got a 14 intelligence, and she is trained in it. I bet you're the best. Is anyone else trained in it? Let's see.
Yeah, Yoharo's proficient, but not terribly great at it.
Yohara, you're proficient? Okay, so that means that Rowena got an advantage. So it's a grand total of a 16 on the investigation check. So, between your two's lead in the investigation, you are able to find... let's see. You can trace the kidnapper's path through back alleys to a circular metal cover inset in the pavement. The cover is easily lifted, and it reveals a ladder down into the sewers. They must have taken Floon that way.
Why is it we always wait for shit water?
Yeah, so you guys will all be at full hit points and have your full hit dice back because you got an extended rest. And into the sewers.
This isn't like France's sewers, where if we light a torch, we're gonna just explode a block, are we?
I don't,
Possibly.
it might happen. Alright, so a putrid stream flows along this sewer tunnel, which leads in two directions. In one direction, you see a tiny symbol drawn on the wall in yellow chalk, a palm-sized circle with 10 equidistant spokes radiating out from its circumference. So you head that way, I assume.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That
Let's
marks
see.
the same symbol as was on one of the bodies, right? So
Yeah. You come to
follow
a
that.
couple. You come to a couple intersections, each of which has a symbol scrawled in yellow chalk, marking the direction to go. And finally, you come, after about an hour of following those signs, to a three-way intersection, where there's a ladder that leads up into a stone shaft capped by a circular metal cover. You see one of the familiar chalk symbols marked on a wall nearby, and something else. So, let me get your march order here. Let me move you to a different map. Alright, so the three-way intersection that you come to looks like this.
Which direction have we been coming from?
You kind of lost all sense of direction. You think generally you've been heading south because you've been going downstream in the sewers most of the time, and they mostly head down south towards the harbor.
I guess meant on the map. Did we come from the right side, the left?
The top of the screen here. So I'm putting you guys in the sewer tunnel that you're coming to. The intersection's got like a central pillar, so you're just like coming around the intersection when something happens. So you can split and go two ways, or otherwise set up your marching order how you want to be in the sewer there. Alright. When you come around the corner, and this isn't not actually the same location that you'll be in here shortly, so Even though there's a door here, there's not really a door here.
Gotcha.
This is just a little platform in the sewer. And the sewer
Okay.
continues and continues this way. Alright. You see a little creature up ahead. Floating near this balcony above the sewer water. It looks like this. It's got 4 eye stalks coming off of a central bulbous body with a large central eye and jagged teeth. And the thing smiles at you.
That's one unusual rat.
Yeah, and immediately start shooting rays out of those eyes towards you guys. So roll initiative.
Unacceptable.
That's not Mr. Hanky.
Yeah, I'll see you guys at the bottom.
Oh man.
This is not unusual.
Just need the ampersand in front of the tracker, I think.
Yep.
I put you in there so now you can edit it manually.
Okay. Yep. I did it wrong again. I got the wrong bracket on there.
One wrong bracket, yep.
13.02.
Okay. So, as this thing starts shooting eye rays at you, the first person to react is Do. You can move at regular speed through the sewer water. It's really shallow. But it's, of course, difficult terrain going through your friends.
Can I see any?
You cannot see it at all. You'd have to actually get ahead of John or ahead of Claudette to see it.
Move past everything. So, I'll just here. I'll throw a dart at it.
Which way did you move? Past John or past Claudette?
I can't move past them.
You'd be like 1, 2 for Rowena, and then 3 for you, Haro, and then it's not a sharp corner here, so you go 5 to in front of John or 5 to in front of Claudette.
Okay. I'll go here.
Okay. All right, and then a 15 with your dart, shooting at the little eye creature. That's a hit for 7 piercing.
And then, can I see past it?
Yeah. The sewer keeps on going past it. So that's due. Rowena, your turn.
All right. Can I get in front of Claudette?
Uh-huh. That'd be 1, 2, 3 squares of movement, so 15 feet of movement. Then you can see the eye creature there ahead of you.
Okay. Can I pull out my short bow and attack with that?
Uh-huh. Yep. 9 does not hit. There's room
Ooh.
to step aside into the side sewer there if you want to make room for someone too.
Yeah.
And then after your turn, John's turn.
Well, I'm not very happy with this thing shooting eye rays at me. 10, 20. I'll go there and bonus action fly into a raid. Standard action. Try and hit it and fail horribly. I'm
10 and 10, both miss. Yoharo, your turn.
Alright, so we got 10, 15, 25, 30. I'll go ahead and cast Hex on this guy and then attack him with my battle axe afterwards.
Nice, okay. He is hexed. Ooh, but you do not hit.
Oh, and I'll make it a disadvantage on strength checks in case someone wants to push him around.
All right, his turn. He will... let's see. Are these all ranged? No, they're not attacks. Okay, so he turns and shoots eye rays either at John or Yoharo. 1 through 3 is John. Nope, Yoharo gets it. Okay, 2 rays. Oh, 1 each of you. So he'll do 2 first on Yoharo is fear. So make a wisdom save, Yoharo. You're not frightened by that. And then the second eye ray on John is a 4. Telekinetic. So John, he pushes you right up against this alcove here in the wall. Push up to 30 feet. That's about it. Make a 12 dex save to negate that.
All right, I will definitely attempt. $21 might work.
Right. Yeah, he does not push you. Cleta, your turn.
And let's see if my luck has changed any.
Oh,
Hey,
that
that's some
hit.
pretty good luck.
That
Yeah.
hit and cut him down. He falls into the sewer. Starts floating away unless you grab him by one of his eye stalks.
No, I'm a little more frou-frou than that. I'm not gonna dig in shit water just to get him.
Oh, I'll gladly do it.
All right. Yeah, you got him.
Knock yourself out.
Yep.
You grab this strange creature, obviously some sort of miniature beholder or beholder familiar type creature.
I forget that. I want to tie its eye stalks with string. I want to wear it as a necklace.
All right, done.
It would make a really nice puppet.
It really would.
So there is a ladder basically in that little alcove you were pushed into, John, that goes up to a hole in a grate up above.
Okay.
And then the sewer tunnel continues to the south, and it has the same mark of the Zenithar Guild towards the south. So you want to go up or to the south?
I prefer to go to the south.
All right.
See if I can
South
find
it
some more
is.
friends.
So now you do come to a place that looks like where you're drawn, what I drew.
Okay.
In fact, you spy 2 arrow slits, one there and one there, in the northwest of that little hub and the southeast of that little hub. And there's actually a door in this little alcove. And that's it. So, want to go through the door or do something else?
I'm okay with going to the door.
All
Doors
right.
usually mean there's good things behind them.
So, Rowena, you're normally checking the door for traps as you go. Is that your normal standard operating procedure?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll listen. You check for traps first, then listen. You find no traps, and you hear no sound. And then who's going to go through the door normally? That'd be John.
Oh, John.
All right.
Hey, John's gonna bust down the door.
All right.
Follow John.
There is a little zigzag hallway, and there's a narrow slit there too. And then there's a door at the end of it.
Well, I'll let our door checker check the door.
No
For us.
sound and no traps.
All right. I like it. I'm gonna bust the door down.
All right, there's a hallway. There's a room over here. There's a set of stairs going down, and then the hallway turns. You hear, as soon as you get the door open and start moving in, the sound of a creature snoring around the corner. You look, you peek around the corner there, you see a goblin slumped against the wall asleep. To the south, you see a room that is just a mess. It's got rusty weapons and threadbare clothing littering the floor. Nothing else in that room to the south. The room with the sleeping goblin in it is bare. Just a stone room. It's got 2 arrow slits, one watching the hallway, zigzag hallway, and one watching the intersection of the sewer.
I don't much like goblins, so I'm gonna kind of, add another aspect to my necklace after I cut its head off.
You got it. Make a dexterity stealth check for me. Bum, bum,
Appropriate.
bum. It was only a
Never said it was
9.
quiet.
You're good. It was
Oh.
only 9. He does not wake up. And yeah, you're able to finish him, no problem.
Okay.
Then
I'll
the
never look up again.
passageway to the south, or to the north, I mean, turns the corner. It must go underneath the sewer up above you,
Okay.
and then comes into a room with a door at the end. And that room there is a sleeping area. You see there's 6 tattered straw stuffed mattresses and nothing of value.
Those goblins know how to live.
Yeah, you listen to the door to the next room, and you can hear the sound of something or multiple things moving around in the room. probably humanoid in the way their sounds they make, but they're not talking or anything. And you also do not find any traps on that door.
John, you want to open the door?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
With pleasure.
You you open the door. Everyone, put you guys where you want to be when John opens that door.
All right. I'm gonna be right behind John, so I don't have to.
All right.
And since I already killed a golem, I might as well have my weapons drawn.
Yep. Yeah. Make sure you got the weapons you want in your hand. And this is what you see. Let's see, what is that? 5. All right, so you see another sleeping area, but this one has 2 people inside. The first person you see is the guy who attacked Yagra at the Yawning Portal. He turns, he looks at you, you see his bald pate with all the eye tattoos over the top of his head. He reaches for his scimitar as soon as you guys open the door. And then to your left, you see a dwarf, or maybe not a dwarf, but a Duergar. Gray, pallid skin, white beard, black armor, reaching for a war pick.
Quite frankly, you guys have beef with this other guy. Me and Dwarfy Boy over here have some fun.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
All right.
Why? What did Dwarfy Boy do to you?
Absolutely nothing. He just looks like something good to beat the hell out of.
Fair enough.
Okay. The bandit that you saw before in the Yawning Portal, he turns and looks at you and he says, "You shouldn't be here. I'll give you one chance to leave since you let me get out with my life." And
overflow.
but John goes
Flies into a
before.
rage.
Yeah, John goes before he can stop him.
And there's for Dwarf. My God, I can't roll for nothing today.
2 misses. John's done. The bandit kind of sighs. "I told you. I have no
I have a dagger for being a soldier. It's part of the dagger, a broken sword, or a broken pennant, and I took the dagger.
The bandit looks at you guys. He points at you, Claudette. He says, "I have no beef with you. You should leave." He draws his scimitar and he closes on John. Swings his scimitar on your newfound half-orc friend. 16 to hit for 7 slashing before modifiers. I'll always tell you before modifiers, and you just do the necessary adjustments. The Duergar. He goes next, and he will... He moves around John. And then he grows to where his head is almost against the ceiling. He's giant in size. He turns and he looks to you and he says, he looks at Claudette and he goes, "No, do join the fight. I'd love to kill you too." And he's done. Do your turn.
Okay, that's interesting. And stab at his toe.
14 does not get through his heavy chain leggings and boots.
Step on his toe really hard somehow.
Oh,
Nope.
Also has no effect on him. "Are you trying to make me laugh, little one?" he says. Claudette, your turn.
I'll take it. Actually.
He swings his war pick at you as you leave.
That hurts.
Oh, geez. He hit for 12 points of piercing damage.
I'm
Dropping due to the ground. Your turn, Claudette.
I'm gonna step forward and try and swing at the thing.
11 does not connect on the Duergar. Rowena, your turn.
Make room for other people since he took his reaction away.
He did, yep.
Okay, I'm going to go right here. Just shoot my short bow with the unconscious body of Do.
A 15 just glances off his armor. And then, so you moved 1 square, 2,
Should I do a sneak
3.
attack?
Yes.
No, you missed. You didn't hit.
Oh.
You weren't hidden from him, if that's what you're asking.
But
did you say
he
your
had an ally next to him, which makes sneak attack.
Yeah,
That didn't
if
hit.
she hits, she does
Okay.
sneak attack damage, but she didn't.
Gotcha.
Hit. Did you say your dragon do out? I didn't hear.
Yeah, I'll drag Do out.
Okay, so you went 1 to there, 2, 3 to there. You could go 4, 5 to there, drag him all the way to here. Then you can move, like that or something like that if you want.
That sounds good.
Get him completely out of danger since the guy already took his attack opportunity. That was your chance. Yoharu, your turn.
So I'll start with a bonus action to move my hex over to the Duergar. Then I'll charge forward and swing a battle axe at him.
He is hexed. He is hit. You connect for 8 points of damage, slashing and necro. Looks like he takes all of it.
Splendid. And then I'll move back to keep the opening clear.
All right, that round is over. John, your turn.
Oh, continuing the beaten down, or maybe beat down if I can hit him. Jeez.
No. Both miss.
Okay.
The bandit's turn. He will swing a scimitar at John. Missing. The Duergar's turn. He will swing his war pick at John. Hitting for 9. Duergar's done. Do your turn.
Dude.
Oh, do death save. Just click your guy. There you go. That's 1 success. So I'm going to put this green button on there with a 1 in it. So you got 1 successful death save. Claudette, your turn.
Okay. Great sword attack. No.
No.
Hmm.
You going to stay there or provoke?
Good question. I'm feeling lucky. I'll provoke.
Okay. Swings his war pick at you. Oh, you were lucky. Missed. Hit. Digs it into the door. Rips the door off its hinges. Rowena, your turn.
Okay. If I move here, could I shoot past my ally?
You could.
work.
You could actually move over Do, because the way you do it is you pick 1 corner of your square. So you'd pick the southeast corner, and then there's no blockage to hit the dwarf that way. The Duergar.
Alright.
And then you just move back off of him when you're done.
Alright, that sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Gonna.
Oh, that's a miss.
Alrighty.
Move where you like, then Yoharu, your turn.
Alright, I'm going to step forward. I'm going to attack. I'm going to use that inspiration so I don't forget to use it.
You have
Seems-
advantage.
Seems like a good fight for that.
Yeah, it does. Oh, but even with advantage, you miss. You can move where you want, because he's already taken his attack opportunity. And then, John, your turn.
Yeah, actually, I'd like to use the luck feat.
Oh, okay. Oh, miss.
And still miss. Alright, well, there's only so many times I can roll.
Now your turn, John.
Okay. I'm gonna swing.
Hey,
at him again.
Ava.
I got 1 hit.
Sorry, Do. Death save.
I did not hear anything.
Yeah, I was muted. Sorry.
Where we at here?
So John hit. The bandit hit John for basically 1 damage after modifiers. The Duergar missed. Do made another death save, so he's up to 2 successes now. There we go. Okay, and then Claudette, your turn.
I'll give him 1 point of lay on hands because we
Alright.
need another body in this fight.
And then
Get up and
move,
fight, man.
where you want, Claudette, and then Rowena, your turn.
Alrighty, I'm going to do the same thing that I did before.
Okay. Shoot your short bow down the hallway at the thing, the giant dwarf. Missing again. Move where you want. Yoharu, your turn.
Alright, let's try this battle axe again.
Oh, miss.
Is anyone going to want to be in here again, or should I stand here such that John can take some hits away from him, but essentially?
We don't seem to be able to hit his AC.
Yeah.
Okay, after Yoharu, that
I'll
runs
just
over
stay
to
here then.
John, your turn.
Well, it worked last time. I got at least one thing in. Maybe this time I can do both.
16 is a hit. A good one for 11. Almost taking the dwarf down. He looks concerned now. John's done. The bandit attacks John back with his scimitar, hitting for
That'll
4. The Duergar swings on John still, the only one hitting him actually.
That's
20 for 5.
Oh yeah.
And
Keep going.
John is standing. Dude, you are conscious. You're prone on the ground. Your spear's over there in the doorway. What do you want to do?
Conscious now?
Yep, you are conscious. You have 1 hit point. Claudette laid hands on you.
Oh, lay hands. Okay.
Yep.
I'll stand up and step here and throw a dart.
17 is a hit for 4 piercing. Drops him. The giant goes down to the dart. After do is Claudette.
One punishment.
I am at least going to return the common courtesy this bandit did and try and knock him out.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've knocked him out.
You did. Down he goes. You want to knock him unconscious?
Yeah,
Okay.
unconscious.
You got him. He is your prisoner now. So looking around this room, let's see. Oh, the goblin. I forgot the goblin had some treasure on him.
Ooh,
Yeah.
treasure goblin.
Goblin,
Baseball
goblin,
cards and
goblin.
Monopoly money.
He has few coppers. Sorry.
I like it.
These guys in this room do not have any treasure. There's a door to the north, which has a pretty foul smell coming from beyond it, and has been boarded up, and some nails hammered into it to keep it shut. Keep whatever's beyond that door, beyond that door. That's the door to the northeast. The door to the southeast is not locked at all. You listen, you don't hear any sound from either one of them, and the smell from the northern one's atrocious, and neither one of them do you find any traps on.
Okay. Well, I'm hurting a little bit.
You and do.
Anyone bandage or something for Girl John?
Or you
I
guys,
wouldn't mind
you guys could also,
busting that down.
you could
but
also take a short rest if you wanted.
I wouldn't be opposed.
I would like that.
Sounds like no objections. Okay, so short rest it is. So you guys kind of barricade the other door, hole up here in this room. No one comes and interferes with your short rest, so you can spend a hit die.
Ooh, I like that.
And then when the short rest is over, you can decide where you want to go. North door or south door?
How about the one that's not boarded up?
That'd be the south one.
Well,
I'm intrigued by the smelly one.
me too. Kind of want to bust it down.
Yeah, you can pry off the boards that are blocking it and then just open it. And the room beyond you see is just a small little latrine. Oddly, though, There are pitted weapons lying on the floor nearby the hole. That is the latrine hole. Probably goes straight into a cesspit.
Who needs a latrine in the sewers?
I know, right?
I don't know, but I'm gonna throw this dwarf down there.
Yeah, the dwarf actually reduced back to dwarf size after you killed him.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
The
throw
dart,
it
yeah.
into the.
So
into the
you move
hole.
into the room. You can see in the hole that there are bones floating amidst the gooey sludge that's down there.
Well,
And you're hefting the dwarf up, getting ready to shove him down that hole. Everyone else, get into position where you want to be when this is going on.
Okay.
I love
I'll
this
egg him on.
this one.
But before you can shove the dwarf down that hole, something shoots out a pseudopod from the hole and
Give him a swirly.
and attacks you. So roll initiative.
Damn.
It is, I said shoots out, but it kind of very slowly slithers out. Hey, you got the initiative thing, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, you see it coming. What do you want to do?
I want to poke my head around slightly and just throw a dart at it.
All right. Wow. Nice shot. Catch it square in the pseudopod. Do 6 piercing. It takes all 6 piercing, but then your dart begins to sizzle and burn up.
Back up.
All right. After do. You see that dart sizzling inside that ooze. What do you want to do, Yoharu?
Doesn't sound like the sort of thing I want to stick a battle axe into, so I'm going to cast an Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay. The 12 actually connects. It is so slow it's hard to miss. Doing, could you put the hex on it too?
It would be done by the time the long rest is over.
Oh,
so
that's
no.
right. You did long rest. Okay. But
Or short rest, rather.
Oh, short rest, yeah. But at least you get your hex back that way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 force damage to it. Seems to do full damage to the thing.
Sounds
And
good.
then move where you want.
Back out of the doorway so other people have access.
Rowena, your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna move into the doorway
Boom, yeah,
and
no cover.
shoot my short bow.
Oh, miss though.
Can I
Finish,
move back?
finish moving where you want. John, your turn.
Well, I'm not that smart to notice that these things are, bubbling down and breaking things. So I'm gonna remove the rage damage from my dice. And swing at it.
Okay, your rapier connects with a 13 for 10 damage. Seems to take all 10 damage, but your rapier takes a permanent and cumulative -1 to damage.
Yep.
Then, you don't have to stab with your dagger. Do you still want to though?
Well, if I didn't think it finished it, then I would stab with the dagger.
Yep, it is definitely live. That's a hit. Drops it. The dagger also takes -1 damage, and the thing falls back into the pool, dead.
And I throw the dwarf in there and say, "Here you go, stupid, eat that."
There you go.
I'm looking at the sludge, and it's my
You search
weapons
around.
are burning.
You search around for any kind of treasure in there. There's nothing in there of any value.
Yeah.
All right, so you got the door to the south, and I think that's it. Yeah, just the door to the south.
All right, let me just put this in there so it's already calculated into. So I don't have to type it again.
There are
just
no
roll.
traps or sounds on that door to the south. So, you go on through. It at the end, it must go underneath the sewer tunnel, and at the end, there's a set of stairs going up. So those two passageways don't connect. It's going underneath that one. So put your guys in the order you want to be in when the first person is cresting the stairs where they can see what's beyond down the hallway past the stairs. So they'd be on the stairs square.
Should we tie up our prisoner before we leave?
Oh, yeah,
Sure.
consider it done. You had time, Rowena, to do it during the short rest, so they are all tied up. You could even probably interrogate them during the short rest if you want to ask me any questions.
Yeah.
Don't feel like going full Batman on him.
All right, it's John in the lead. He gets to the stairs, but the rest of you guys, where you want to be behind him?
I feel like we should at least try asking him if he knows where the Floon guy is.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so he will. Yeah, you're able to get out of him that if Floon. Well, first of all, he doesn't think he thinks it's Renair. But when you describe him, he says, "That's not Floon, that's Renair." He is. If he's not dead, he's down that hallway past that door, and it's the hallway you guys are going. So you're
What
going.
else can we
I
expect
wasn't
in
told
that
take
hallway?
nobody alive.
What else can you expect down there? There's Grumshar. He's a half-orc wizard.
Oh, good. All right, I get to go smash me a wizard. This is gonna be fun.
All right.
No love for your own kind, huh?
Make a let's see, who's got insight?
I do.
Make an insight check. If anyone else has it, you can have advantage.
I do.
All right, you have advantage. You got a wow.
That's low. Oh, 19.
Yeah. Is that right? You're probably only +2 for insight, not +4. I don't know why I have 4 there.
I have
Doesn't-
I'm
is it a rogue?
proficient. I'm proficient. I have a +2 to wisdom.
Oh, well, the +2 is already built into the wisdom part up above.
Oh.
Thought maybe if he's a rogue and he had insight as one of his.
No, he's a monk. So that is still, though, a 17. Okay, there's something this prisoner's not telling you. You want to try and beat it out of him? He's holding something back.
I poke him a few times. I point at my friend John and go, I don't think you want him to ask you twice.
Nihilor might be there. Nihilor is a mind flayer.
Oh, no.
He smiles, an evil grin.
That would be fun. What's a mind flayer?
Well, you've already killed a troll, so you should be good for a mind flayer. Same CR, I think.
I hit him in the sensitive bits again.
Unfortunately, we don't have that high-level bartender.
That's true.
We don't have a great 3 attacks.
Okay, so there might be a mind flayer ahead.
All right.
So you head down the hallway. John,
Should we try making this guy walk first in case the mind flayer wants a snack?
you can. You want to do that?
No.
No.
All right, fair enough.
Mind flayer wants a snack. Why don't we just bring his head?
There you go.
That's a no, too.
All right, you going?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
got 3 heads on me right now. But things, some kind of brain eater, as you guys.
And
are
that's
talking
when you
about.
get a great sword at your throat going, I said no.
All right. Ever
All right, you ready?
ruin all my fun.
You head down south. You get to the crest the stairs. Claudette can just see too, and this is what you see.
Oh, look, there's the mind flayer.
So the room beyond looks like this. You see threadbare curtains hanging on the east wall, 2 of them. In the middle of the room is a muscular half-orc in dingy robes, standing with his foot at the chest of a male human with wavy red blonde hair. Fire burns around the orc's clenched fist, and his victim cries and squirms helplessly beneath him. Seated on a raised platform to the south is a nightmarish figure wearing black robes. It has large white eyes and rubbery purple skin, with 4 tentacles encircling its inhuman mouth. It cradles and gently caresses a disembodied brain with feet. So you got this guy, and he's gently caressing this guy.
He brought his own snack.
And you got the half-orc wizard. I don't have a good picture of him. And then you got Floon. Don't have a good picture of him either. He looks just like Renair. I never showed you a picture of Renair. So there's Renair, and there's Floon together. All right.
Twinsies.
All right. So roll initiative.
Boy, I don't know which one I want to hit first. Ooh.
All right, do.
Thank you, Lord. Excuse me, sir. I think you have the wrong man, but you might know that by now.
The half-orc looks up. He goes, huh? Who are you? What are you talking about, the wrong man?
You're looking for Revere, right?
Yeah, we got him.
That is not him, I promise.
He, make an insight check, dude. Holy cow.
Oh,
Did I-
sorry.
Lots of initiative.
All right,
I hit wrong
do.
button.
Okay, dude, with your insight. Okay. Grimshar says, yes, it is. And he goes to cast a spell, but you beat him. So you can finish your turn, do. He's definitely attacking you as soon as your turn finishes.
Oh, that's cool. I don't even know if I could have got.
Yeah, you could.
Okay,
It was 1,
that's
2,
unlocked.
3, 4, 5 to get to there. 25
right,
feet.
right. I'll throw a dart at him.
All right. Fire
So-
away. The 11. Let me check and see. That might actually hit a wizard. Armor class is 10. He will low cast shield spell to block it.
Okay.
Okay. After do. His turn. Hold on just a second. All right, I'm back. Okay, so, okay, he's returning the favor. So you did that. He's gonna do a firebolt back at you, do. Oh, but misses wildly. You easily duck underneath that. The Mind Flayer gently sets down the walking brain, goes walking down the stairs, watching you, do, and you, John. Gets to the doorway and opens the door, and then turns back and looks at you guys. Looks like he's readied with some sort of action. You're not sure what action it is he's readied with exactly. You can't see much of what room he opened the doors to from your position. And that is his turn. Yoharo, your turn.
Alright, so to get
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
out of here, 1, 2, 3, 4,
6,
5.
7. It's like 8 squares to get out of there.
Can I get
'Cause
to
it's a
this
hard
diagonal
corner.
spot?
It's a hard corner there, yeah.
Alright, well I guess I'll just walk forward 1, get a little closer. I'll cast Hex on the wizard and then Eldritch Blast him.
Alright, fire away. 11's a miss. Oh wait, his turn is come and gone since he did his shield spell. So he would have to do another shield spell if he wants to not get hit, which he does not want to get hit. So he'll do another shield spell, and that misses. And then after Yoharo, John, your turn.
Well, bonus action, I'm gonna fly in rage.
Of course.
It's total 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now I have an opportunity for 2 targets. Which one sounds better? I think Tentacle Face seems like he needs a rapier and a dagger to the face.
Okay, do one at a time, please.
Absolutely. 1d20.
Oh, and you can see the room beyond too. I should tell you what you see there.
4 minus 1. What the hell? Okay, well, double damage.
Actually, your attack is not -1. It's just your damage that's -1.
Yeah, I know. I just realized that.
But you
So
hit. You hit and critted
Still
him.
count as a crit?
Yeah, it's a crit.
Okay.
$14 damage.
Wow.
Nice. Okay. So the room you see beyond is this. In the middle of this otherwise empty room is a stone pillar carved with a small symbol, a perfect circle with 10 equidistant spokes radiating outward from its circumference. In the middle of this circle is a smaller circular indentation that bears a passing resemblance to a lidless eye. The Mind Flayer, after he takes his first rapier attack from you, uses his readied action to dominate you. So make a 15 wisdom save.
Okay.
And you have advantage because you're fighting him.
Haha! Dominated!
Dominated. So you immediately stop attacking him. Let's see here. Issue commands with you conscious free. Okay. He tells you to go and stop the rest of your allies and cut them down.
5-foot step and preparing to defend my master.
Okay, that's it for you. Rowena, your turn. And you can tell that the Mind Flayer is concentrating on that.
Okay. Can I even get where I can see him?
Let's see, you'd have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, not in a single move.
Okay. I'm just going to sort of move into this tunnel right here, and
Yeah,
I'm going to...
That's actually over your head. They don't connect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Then I'm going to stay where I am, and I'm going to yell out, the Mind Flayer's concentrating, break his concentration.
All right. You can move up 5 feet if you want. Get a little closer. Claudette,
Yeah.
your turn, Claudette.
Into the mouth of hell they rode. God damn.
Your turn, Claudette.
I know. I'm thinking.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get to there. You could also get to any of these squares around this guy with 5 if you want. It's a hard corner there, so.
I know. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
His shield is still up, right?
Yeah, looks like it is.
I'm going to pitch a javelin at the wizard apprentice.
All right, fire away. Holy cow. You cut him down. The javelin goes right through his heart. He falls to his knees and over dead.
I'm not getting anywhere near the brain, so...
All right.
fun.
After your turn, the little walking brain with alarming speed scuttles down the stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Closes all the way up to do. Claw 1 and Devour Intellect 1. Okay, so his claw attack on Do is a 14, which I think Do dodges just barely. And then Devour Intellect. Creature with brain, you see 9 psychic, and he could have reduced you to 0 intelligence, but I think a 7's less than your intelligence. 12 intelligence save negates the 9 psychic too. So 12 intelligence save.
Coming up.
Oh, before you roll, if you want to use your inspiration, you can.
Is this magic?
It is, yeah, magical in nature. Yeah. So
I
you already have
then.
it. Yeah, you already have it.
Already.
Go to make your intelligence save. So that is a 9. So you took the 9 psychic and fall probably down to the ground unconscious.
Yeah. Keep moving because I'm clicking on my stuff.
Let's see here. See. Okay. And let me see what this does. Oh, that's not good. Holy cow, that's not good. Okay, you guys can see that brain is crawling on up to Dew's head, getting ready to do some unspeakable thing to the poor gnome.
Uh-oh.
That round's over. Dew, death save.
Oh, wrong one.
You've been making lots of death saves. Oh, that's one failure. Dew is at one failed death save. Okay, after Dew, the mind flayer. He walks into the room and disappears out of your guys' sight. And all of a sudden, John, you're released.
Whoa,
You look around and the mind flayer is nowhere to be seen. You have no idea where he went. But you were like getting ready to fight and kill your friends as far as the last thing you remember. Looking behind you, you see Floon lying on the ground, wide-eyed and scared. You see a brain on clawed feet mounting up onto Dew, getting ready to do some bad things to him. Oh, but it's not your turn, John. Yoharo, you also see all that.
So is he still where he's shown, or is he on
Dew?
Dew's spot?
He's actually still where he's shown. He was out of movement. But that's what he's doing. He's ready to get onto Dew's spot. You can see him from where you're at.
All right. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and move my curse as a bonus, or move my hex as a bonus action. I'll step forward to here, get a good clean shot at him with an Eldritch Blast.
15, that connected for 15 damage. Took a big chunk of gray matter off of him. Yoharo's done. Next to go is John.
Oh, well. Move up a little. Am I still raging?
Let's see. Last round. Did you take any damage?
You
attacked something, so you're good, yeah.
Okay.
The 6 does not hit. But the follow-up with the dagger does. Looks like you rolled a 1 plus 2 minus 1. Okay. Doing 3 points of damage to the brain. Got it. It's still alive. John's done. Rowena, your turn.
Can I get up to the brain?
Let's see, you can see it from here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, you can't get adjacent to it, but you can shoot it with your bow from there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
If Dew's on the ground, can she stand on his square?
She can, but it'd still be difficult terrain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shoot, that just missed. Okay, after Rowena, Claudette, your turn. If you don't stop it, that elective hour is going to do bad things to your friend, you think?
Does he need to be unconscious for this to happen?
You don't know.
That's a good question. Let's kill it.
Want to use your inspiration to make sure you hit?
Yes, I'm going to use my inspiration.
All right. Oh,
probably a good thing I did.
I hope that 14 hit. Yes, it did. For 10 slashing, you cut the brain down.
Yeah.
Just in time before it did this. Would have consumed Dew's brain if Dew failed his intelligence check against that thing's intelligence check.
Well, let's get
okay.
Dune up. I'll use my 1 point lay on hand on him.
Okay. All right. We're going to take our last break right there. We'll come back for the wrap up and denouement after the break.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Break until, let's see, 10 after.
All right.
Get him a cup. Get him real quick.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
I nearly had my brain devoured by one of those on another character.
Those are vicious little monsters there.
Healthy fear of those things. Healthy fear. Especially when you dump intellect.
Yeah. What did you have for intelligence? Oh, he was pretty well off. He had a 14.
I got a 10.
Yeah, I dumped to 8.
I suppose it went for the most appetizing thing. just know I've been the victim of so many psychic screams that I just don't dump intellect anymore.
Yep.
Brandon, you've got some screeching sound going on back there. Is that
Yeah, I'm
some...
sorry. Daughter's playing with the dogs. Push talk.
Hey, Brandon, what Storm King Thunder adventure I ran that you did?
I did chapter 10, I believe.
Chapter 10. It was like the Cloud Giants or the
Yeah.
Cloud
No, it
Giants?
was Stone Giants.
Stone Giants, okay. I think that's 6.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, so Floon is lying on the ground, scared out of his wits. Looks like he's injured. Been beaten up pretty good. Looks like he's probably got like 1 hit point left.
Give him. I'll bring his total up to 2.
2. All right. Floon stands up and gives Claudette a huge bear hug if she'll let him.
It's going to be kind of awkward for her, but she'll put a hand around him and go, "Are you okay, sir?"
I'm okay, thank you so much. I thought I was a goner for sure. Do you know where Renair is?
He's waiting at the Yawning Portal, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, good. We were separated. I didn't know if they killed him or what. They thought I was him, but I wasn't going to tell them.
Well, Volvo sent us to find you. You hadn't been back for a while, and so we've come to rescue you.
Oh, thank the gods. The rest of you can search around the room, and you find in a satchel on Grumshar a spell book. And that has within it, let's see if I have it printed out. Do I have it printed out? No, looks like I don't. So Grumshar carries a spellbook which contains Burning Hands, Disguise Self, False Life, Shield, Unseen Servant, and Witch Bolt. And then tucked behind the stone chair that the Mind Flayer was sitting on is a small unlocked wooden chest containing 2 vials of reddish liquid and quite a few coins. Does anyone want to try and taste one of those vials to see if you can identify what it is?
I'm just crazy enough to do so.
John, you sip a couple, and you can tell they are 2 potions of healing. So you guys have 2 potions of healing. Also, I forgot to tell you, you had a long rest, so you would have been able to identify another magic item you picked up. You picked up that parchment, and it is actually a magic item called a paper bird, which is like a one-time item where you can write something and have it fly to someone and tell them what you wrote.
That's cool.
It was worth picking up after all.
Yeah, so you guys got those 2 items. That half-orc wizard lies dead in the room. You can look behind the curtains, the room to the northeast, or try and figure out where the Mind Flayer went. What do you guys
I
want
would
to do?
like to find where that squid face guy.
Yeah, okay.
Find him. You and I got some splaining to talk to.
Floon's got 2 hit points down, and he's going to follow around by Claudette wherever she goes. This room that the squid face guy went into, it's got that strange pillar in it. The stone pillar, carved with the same symbol that you've seen at various locations of the Xanathar Guild, looking like that. And there's a doorway to the west, a doorway to the north, and stairs go up to a landing with a couple more doorways up there.
I will check them all.
Every one of them is untrapped. You think you can hear some snoring behind the one to the northwest. The one on the north part of the landing up there above on the stairs.
I convey that to my comrades.
No sign of the squid face guy. You don't see any tracks or anything. You don't know where he went. So you can search around in this room and search that pillar. You don't find any secret doors or compartments or anything like that. So you just got the 4 doors. No sign of which one you might have gone through.
Let's check the one with the snoring behind it, see if that's a threat we need to neutralize.
It is a threat, but probably not to the likes of mind flaying, routing, troll-killing adventurers like you guys.
Is it a goblin?
It is a goblin, asleep.
John, you can handle this one.
Gladly will.
Make a stealth check, John. John Mudd.
Oh,
Ooh.
this time. I'm
Okay.
gonna wake the little bugger up.
Put everyone where you want to be when John is trying to tiptoe into the room. You guys can all take up positions wherever you want to be when that was happening. Falloon will be back here behind all you. Alright. Then everyone roll initiative. The little goblin. Oh wow, he's a quick little bugger too. He must have heard the door creak when you guys opened it. He wakes up, startled, grabs his rusty little goblin weapons, leaps to his feet, and runs stabby stab straight at John with a scimitar. 17, John, for 5 slashing.
That hits.
There's
Five
3,
slash.
4, bonus action, nimble escape, 5, 6 around the corner so no one else can get to him. He hopes, and he is done. Do your turn.
The no getting to him thing is gonna work, and I'm just gonna go here and dodge.
Dodging. John, your turn.
Not
Are
getting
you
to him.
unconscious?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no, that lower bar is your uses of rage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got it. He has a shield lying on the ground beside where he's sleeping. He's probably going to be wishing he has that on in a second here.
Probably is.
Are they torturing that dog?
It sounds like a bird, actually.
No, I do have a bird as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's, I think, what we're mostly hearing.
Okay. I thought because I was in. But the dogs are going. So I thought that's
What type of bird is that?
parakeet.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right, the 18 is a hit for 6, nearly killing the goblin right then and there. But then he manages to stagger back and dodge your dagger.
Okay.
Yoharo, your turn.
So I think I can get here with 6, right?
Wasn't watching. We'll say yes.
Alright, so I think I still got a hex active. I'll put that on the goblin just for good measure, and I'll just blast it.
Ooh, he dodges the Eldritch Blast. Rowena, your turn. If you get to the doorway, you can see the goblin, which you can get to the doorway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can actually get into the room adjacent to the goblin if you want to stab him.
Yeah, I'll try that. Haven't stabbed anybody before yet.
Okay. You can get to there. Right there. And short sword. Let him have it.
I think. It's my dagger.
Boom. Wow. That was a
Get a sneak
vicious,
attack, right?
that's a vicious hit. Yes, you do. Holy cow. 13 points of damage drops that goblin. In a bloody
Yeah.
mess. Let's see. He had a little bit of treasure.
Goblins so stupid think they can attack us.
What do you have? More goblin coins. A few coppers on him is all. Okay, so that's it for that room. There's an arrow slit going into this hallway to your south, and then you can also look in there. And there is a secret door plainly visible from this side. It's pretty well hidden from the sewer side. There's a secret door between the two there.
I'm gonna check it.
Alright, no sounds and no traps.
I'll enter.
It is just as it's shown. Secret door into the sewer tunnel.
It's like we're playing Skyrim. They gave us an easy way back out at the end.
So there's a couple more doors out of that room with the pillar, and there's more doors out of the big central room.
I'll go over to this door and see what's over there.
Alright. You guys search it, listen, nothing there. You open the door, and inside is just a plain bare stone room, I believe. Oh, there are some straw pallets there. And there's some rusty manacles bolted to the walls. Hey, Brandon, can you put push to talk on if you have a chance?
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right. So now where to?
No one else is going to take initiative. I'll go to the other door.
All right. You guys do the standard procedure, and similar to the previous room, more sleeping pallets. So now you got the 2 curtained pathways, and then 1 door to the northeast out of the big room.
I'll try the door.
All right. So John goes looking there. John, even your 10 passive perception, or what is your passive perception? Is it at least 10?
14.
14. Very good. You spot a poorly hidden secret door in that room. There's a flagstone that you can lift up. It's hinged, and there's a tunnel leading to the north out of that.
Well, ain't that cute.
Do you guys want to search the other 2 rooms before going down the tunnel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Those 2 are just more sleeping quarters for the guild. So you have now the tunnel, the secret tunnel to the north, and then back the other direction. Just sewer passages is all. You've been everywhere else down that way.
Well, I don't think we're gonna catch Squidface, so I'll leave him for another time, maybe. Let's go down this tunnel. It seems kind of interesting.
Sounds good.
All right, the tunnel leads to this room, and inside that room, it's a secret door in the southwest square of that room, and it's a secret door in the northeast square of the room you're in to start. They drop down about 10 feet to a dank passageway, and then climb back up the other side, and in that room on the other side are brewing supplies and lots of worthless clutter. It's like you're in the basement of like, you know, some building inside Waterdeep. Not necessarily intended to be part of this Xanathar complex. There's a door also that leads out.
Can I sort of stealthily peek and see what's beyond?
Yep, absolutely. Make a stealth check.
That's dexterity.
Mm-hmm. Yep, dexterity. Wow. Okay. You are very stealthy. Let's see. This is the cellar of a building. When you peek upstairs, oh, actually, in the other room, there's a flight of stairs that head up, and you can stealthily look up those. It's a person's house. And from the size of the furnishings in the house, it's probably a halfling's house. And in fact, you see a little halfling woman busy around the house. She doesn't notice you.
I'm going to creep back down.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna tell the others what I saw. Do you think she's involved with this somehow?
Only one way to find out.
Must we?
Well, if you want to know.
Not really.
All right, then I guess we don't need to find out. Just saying, there's only one way.
I don't see the harm in asking, at least.
Well, we could get out easier that way.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to trudge through hours worth of sewers.
And we're tracking. We've got our friend here, so let's bring him along. And
He's a halfling. They kind of like cleaning up dirty footprints, don't they?
generally, no.
Mildly racist.
That might go to beyond mild. Okay, so you want to try and sneak through the house, or just surprise them, or try and let them know you're there, or what do you want to do?
I'm going to take a different approach and walk up there and try to explain that we got lost in some tunnels
Okay.
I'll
You know you have a secret door leading to a thieves' den in your house? It's kind of my approach.
With squid faces in it.
With a squid face in it. So the halfling woman is startled when Rowena first comes around the corner or up the stairs, and she goes, "What? Who are you? What are you doing in my house?"
Well, it's kind of a long story. We mean you no harm, but long story short,
Where's your bathroom?
there's some time.
Well, we're here eliminating squid face people. Do you have a squid face?
What? How did you get in my house?
Like I said, we're looking for squid face people. Are you squid facey?
No, 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 no. I'm a
What
Peabody.
what my ineloquent friend what means to say is we've just come out of a very harrowing situation, and we would like to leave through your front door. Is that possible, ma'am?
Oh yes, please. Yes, yes, yes.
All right, thank you. You have a
Thank
nice
you.
day.
Are you sure there's no
Come
squid
on.
faces here?
No, 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 no,
there's
no.
no
Just
squid
Peabodies.
face.
I try and sort of usher John through the poor woman's house.
She is very scared of you. Lets you leave without problem, and you step out into Fish Gut Alley in the dock ward. Fish Gut Alley. Let's see where that's at. I'm going to move you guys back to the map of Waterdeep. And Fish Gut Alley. You guys are this area. If you find it, ping it. There it is. Okay, right here. So not far from the skewered dragon. I never drew on the map the Zent hideout that you found. It was... Or did I? No.
Wasn't it up around here by the candle lane?
Yep. There, I just put on the map for you. Alright, and then you come out of this little unsuspecting halfling house in Fishgut Alley, and you can return back up to the Yawning Portal, and with Floon in tow, and collect your reward. So you're going to be going through the dock ward. So we're going to do a little quick random encounter on your way through the dock ward. Let's see here. Rowena, why don't you roll a D100 for me? So to do that, you type in 2 square open brackets D100 and then 2 square closed brackets and then hit enter. Or you can do it that way too. 94 is... Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, dock ward 94.
Bring on the great worm dragon.
Clammy and impenetrable mists envelop the dock ward when you come out of the little halfling home. You almost feel like maybe you stepped into Ravenloft for a minute. The sounds of the city can still be heard. They're muffled, muted, and seem to be far, far away. You get the impression as you head to the north that you're being followed. You hear the scuff of a boot on a stone. Turn and look, there's no one there. You hear a twig snap behind you, turn and look, there's still no one there. For the better part of an hour, you encounter nothing but the mists. After this time, the mists fade, and you find yourselves exactly where you were when they first appeared. So, very strange goings on. And then the trades ward, as you're approaching the Yawning Portal, roll another D100 for me, and this time it can be due. Trade ward. Trades.
Happen to think to be walking in circles, but I got circular feet, so I think that's okay.
I'll roll a D100 since Stu hasn't had a chance yet. 88. Okay, we got... As you're approaching the Yawning Portal, or as first you're entering the trade ward, so you're a ways down Snail Street from the Yawning Portal, there is a tinkling bell announces a man pushing a cart of grilled fish kebabs. I caught these this morning, he says. You guys hungry? Floon says, I am starved.
Of course we're hungry.
Let's get some food. The kebabs are 2 copper pieces each.
I got copper pieces. These are good copper pieces right here. I got them off a goblin.
Roll a D100 for me, John. Or no, D20. D20 for me, John. Missing 1 bracket. 13.
You have contracted dysentery.
All right, so you guys
Travel
are stumbling down Snail Street, heading towards the Yawning Portal. You got Floon in tow, who's pretty badly wounded. The rest of you are also kind of badly wounded, right? Well, a couple of you are. And the vendor, he sees you chomping down on his kebabs. He says, he whispers to you, if you need some potions or maybe some poultices or other such things, you should try follow the Falier's shop. He operates an herbalist shop in Troll Skull Alley called Corellian's Crown. You can buy that kind of stuff there. You're adventurers. You're going to need it.
Yeah, I think so.
It is called Falier. Called Corellian's Crown. You guys have not... Well, actually, some of you, one of you at least, is from Waterdeep. So Troll Skull Alley is way up to the north, past the City of the Dead, past the Sword Maiden statue, almost all the way to the north wall of town, in the northeast quadrant of town. That's where Troll Skull Alley is, if you ever have a chance to head that way. And between you, after you finish your fish kebabs and the Yawning Portal, there's no more encounters. So you get back to the Yawning Portal. And there to meet you is Volo. And what's Volo got for you? Volo gives you a rather sheepish look as he explains your reward. He says, well, I confess that I have but few coins currently to spare, but never let it be said that Volo reneges on a promise. No. Allow me to present something much more valuable. He holds out a scroll tube. This is the deed to a remarkable property here in Waterdeep. We'll need a magistrate to witness the transfer of ownership. I'll arrange a meeting with one after you've inspected this estate and deemed it satisfactory.
Really? You're giving us a place to live?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a beautiful place in Troll Skull Alley. Have you heard of it?
Troll Skull Alley. Very good, very good. That would be quite interesting because I do happen to like troll skulls.
And I've got some investors lined up. So if you need to make any refurbishments, not that it needs it, but if you need to, I got some investors that'd be looking to help out.
Well, we would have to inspect the property first to see how much.
Yes, of course. Absolutely. So, let's see here. That will actually take place next time we get together. Let's see here. Yeah, next time we get together. So, you inspect the tube. It does indeed contain the deed. Just a place called Troll Skull Manor. A historic building in the North Ward that you can claim as a home base. It's been notarized and appears legitimate. Although, asking around, there's rumors that it's haunted.
That's just my type of place.
Volo says, I'm sure, well, actually, maybe you could put me up there too for a little bit while we get it refurbished and stuff. I'm working on a new guide. The Guide to Spirits and Specters. Maybe we'll find something there.
Gee, this might be.
So I will set up a meeting. I'll arrange a meeting with a magistrate by the name of Silmerhelv. So you'll have to meet me at the courthouse in the castle ward at Heist. After you inspect it. Well, actually, you probably don't need to inspect it. Why don't we just head there now?
All right.
Okay.
All right, yeah, come with me. So at high sun of this day, which, yeah, you were only in there like an hour or 2 hours. So you can make it by high sun, same day. You arrive at a courthouse in the castle ward. And there indeed is a magistrate, a tiefling magistrate, by the name of Silmerhelv. And he witnesses the transfer of the deed, rendering the new ownership official. He looks like he's got other things he's thinking about and more important matters to attend to. There is, of course, an estate transfer tax, normally paid by the new owners. Volo kind of steps back when that's brought up.
Of course there is.
Of course you do.
Let's see here.
Claudette
But
kinda rolls
just
his eyes
as that is happening, Volo bumps into someone behind him. And he turns around, and you guys turn around, and standing there is Renair, Neverember. And he says, I got the transfer fee. It's only a small pittance of what I owe you for saving my life.
Thank you, my lord.
We need to save this guy's life more often.
You don't need to thank me. I should be thanking you. And thank you for finding Floon. Volo, Floon, and Renair all express their gratitude. Renair and Floon's just a poor, commoner. But he says anytime you need a drink, a friend to hang out with, look me up. And Renair says anytime you need to call on him, he'd be happy to oblige with a favor if you need it.
I'll keep that in mind.
Volo says, I know the best places to eat and find merriment. If you want, over the next couple of days, I can give you a tour of Waterdeep. And so he will definitely do that for you guys. He can show you all around Waterdeep, show you the sights and such. And of course, next time we get together, you guys will get to check out your new house in Troll Skull Alley. And of course, you know about Corellin's Crown from the food merchant that you ran into, which sells potions. I need to find out if these potion prices, they're different than what's in the player's guide. Slightly. I don't think any of them are better. I think they're actually worse than what's in the player's guide, so you should be able to buy what's in the player's guide for less anyway. But that's where you'd buy the potions that are in the player's guide. From the Corellin's Crown. Potion of Animal Friendship, Potion of Climbing, Potion of Greater Healing, Potion of Healing, Potion of Water Breathing. They have all those there. And you guys, after this session, will get 4 advancement checkpoints and 4 treasure checkpoints, which will make you 2nd level. So next time we play, or before next time we play, like at the latest by Wednesday, please send me your updated character sheet that's updated to 2nd level, and I'll update your tokens for you.
Awesome.
So they have all that stuff in them.
Alright, they're handled.
You'll get 10 downtime days, you'll get 1 renown. Of course, you can have all that if you'd rather go slow, but you'll be below. By the next time we play, you should be 2nd level, because it's kind of set up for 2nd level characters.
Yep.
And what else you got? You have that paper magic item that is unlocked. So in the future, you could always buy this. It's pretty expensive for a one-use item, but it's available. And then we have 2 potions of healing to split up. So we need everyone to roll a d20, and the 2 highest rolls can take them. So we got Claudette with a 9, Dew with a 2, Mud with a 1. So it looks like Rowena gets a potion of healing, and Yoharo gets a potion of healing.
Yeah.
So you guys get to add those to your sheets. Those are going to be in high demand in Adventure League play this season with how little gold. You'll get 75 gold each, plus the 10 you got in advance from Volo. And let's see what else you got. Oh, I'd recommend, pretty handy to get a healer's kit. Those basically make it so you can automatically stabilize without having to make a medicine check. You don't have to make the DC 10 medicine check if you get a healer's kit. It costs 5 gold. And if you had someone with a healer feat, it's actually each charge of it, and it comes with 10 charges, is as good as a potion of healing. But it does take someone in your party to have a healer feat. It heals D6 plus 4 plus your hit die if you have a healer feat. Let's see what else we got.
There's also that spell book, right?
Oh yeah, the spellbook. Someone gets the spellbook. So actually, we should use those rolls, and there's the 2 potions and the spellbook. So, Rowena, do you want the spellbook or a potion?
Potion.
Potion. And then Yoharu, spellbook or potion?
Yeah, probably just the potion. I don't know what I'd use the spellbook for.
Okay, and let me click the spellbook again so you can see what it is. There we go. Claudette, there is a spellbook left. Do you want it?
Hell no.
Does anyone want a spellbook? You can always, if you rebuild your character ever to a wizard, you'd have a use for it. Or if you happen to be in an adventure where there was a wizard playing, they would have a use for it.
If no one else wants it, I'll take it.
Yeah, you're last.
Sorry, I was muted. I thought I wasn't muted. I want it. I'm gonna multi-class in the wizard.
Oh,
Alright,
who's talking? Yoharu?
Sorry.
Okay.
I was wondering. I was talking the whole time, and I was I'm muted.
Oh no. Okay, so you got it. So potion of healing to Rowena, potion of healing to Yoharu, and spellbook to Do. All right. Let's see. I think that's it. Any questions or anything?
Nope.
So we got
That was
75
fun.
gold.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Rowena? Diana?
So we got 75 gold pieces on top of the 10 gold pieces.
Correct.
All right.
Yep.
Cool.
Minus any gold if you to the next.
There's my DCI number there, 3100805911 if you need to record it. You'll get a long rest before we play again, so you'll get to go up a level. All your hit points and dice are all fully restored. If you had anything that recharged, you get a free recharge on it. And that is it. So we'll be playing every Friday for the next 5 out of the next 6 weeks. There's 1 week, if you look at my schedule, that I'm out of town. And there's like one of you, and if one of you can't make it, we'll just keep with the same 5 we have now. As long as it's like, just a 1-off thing or a 2-off thing.
Yeah, I understood.
If you have to drop and you're going to miss more than 3 or 4, if you're going to miss 3 or more of them, then let me know and we'll try and get a replacement. But without it, we can play short with only 4. That'd be easy enough.
Yeah, I'm pretty good for all of it. Maybe 1 week I might have an issue just because of a family vacation, but I should, however, be able to get on because I'm going to Florida and I'm in Phoenix, so it would be later in time than earlier in time. So
Okay. Rowena is going to have a whole lot more to do next level because you get cunning action. So that gives you the bonus action to hide and the bonus action, which you can also use to disengage and dash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be nice. And then what else did you get? You didn't get a whole lot of chance to hit really hard with that greatsword for Claudette.
Nope.
But she can do some damage with that thing.
It hit when it counted.
Yeah, the important thing.
Yep.
Got rid of that damn brain.
That was scary.
Yeah, that was close.
I was like, I have the same thing on one of my fighters. I have the magical spell resistance. Like every single thing that I get advantage on the saves for, I fail in. I'm just like, what is this good for? It drives me nuts.
This is funny. Like right now at the end of an adventure, you know what I'd be doing is it'd be like calculating all the XPs and calculating all the gold pieces, and it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
well, it's 4 and 75, done.
I've just got. I've just given up hope. I'm having to run this at my shop in real life,
Yeah.
or at least not my shop. My it's the place I play at.
Uh huh.
And I hate having to tell these bright, brilliant players that no, they're giving you chocolate baseball cards and Monopoly money to pay you.
You just got to play it up like, hey, you guys are adventurers. You get all sorts of gold coming and going all the time. Look at this cool treasure you found. You take it and you spend it on stuff. You decorate your houses. Just play it up like that. I'd still describe all the treasure they find because that's
Oh
awesome
yeah,
finding cool treasure.
I
And
mean,
really, in the end, we always turn the cool treasure that you find into X number of gold pieces.
that's true. I guess we can keep the art objects now.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
you can describe stuff like, hey, yeah, I put that at my house, and I have this over there, and I did this, and I did that.
we can put the maps up in Troll Skull,
Yeah,
the bar. Or
absolutely.
like a conversation place, just like
Hmm.
your house in Fable. The better you decorate it, the more income you get.
are you are you technically allowed to like tell players like Volo's offer? Could you change the adventure to say he's offering you 75 gold? You're essentially going to get 75 gold at
Hmm.
the end of the adventure.
Yeah,
And just
you
say,
can kind of skin it however you want. I think.
I would just tell him you get 75 gold and he gives you it.
Hmm.
That's that. But like, I mean, there's like a lot of instances where obviously it does. It's I
Yeah,
I'm over it at this point.
yeah.
The game's still the game, so I'll keep playing.
I'm in it for the long haul. I don't think the changes they made are bad enough to make me table flip quit,
No, not at all.
but I'm gonna make fun of it at every chance I get.
Yep.
I tell you what, I am not gonna miss as a player sitting down at a table at a high level table and knowing I'm not getting the magic item because I have too many magic items.
Yeah.
Oh
That
yeah,
always sucked.
that's nice now.
You every time you'd sit down at a high level table at a convention or something like that, it's like, well, I know I'm not getting whatever cool item drops because
Or
there's
you
someone with.
have to carry the one guy with no magic items who's just there to snipe it.
I know, and then you feel
Oh,
bad. You feel bad if you're the sniper, and you feel bad if you get sniped. It always sucked.
yep. And then
So yeah,
sorry for some of the typing, but I'm keeping decent notes on how big and my guy's actually smart. So
got it.
I have every name and every place that we went and everything literally. So
That's why I like to put a lot of that stuff in the chat, even though I don't necessarily like to just read the box text. I like to have it so you guys can see the names.
yeah,
Because
and
when I
I copy.
describe names in a convention setting, it's like no one can copy them down because first of all they
Yeah,
don't even know
Like
how it's
I,
spelled or anything.
so many. I've often asked the DMs, how do you spell his name?
Right?
all
Because
the
it's like
time.
something named Oobloob or something, and
Yeah.
I was describing Oobloob to him, and we had like one person whose color was purple, so that shop was a mandatory stop, and they actually spent like hours in there buying trinkets.
Let's see if I can
They
include pictures. So there's the water
they,
deep.
they dug Oobloo. They were like drinking his Kool-Aid.
It's got these huge statues in Waterdeep. I didn't know about that till recently.
Actually, in one of the modules, one of those statues has been converted into a restaurant.
That's funny.
That plays a part in one of the modules.
Uh huh.
I got to play that at Dragon Con. It was a real fun one.
This picture's really cool. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be Waterdeep, actually, whoever drew it originally, but it might have been. I mean, it's a castle with mountains behind it and a harbor, so it looks like it could be Waterdeep.
Yeah, I really like that.
Then you
Beautiful
got
place.
then you got Volo. Yeah,
I like the Kenku one with them walking in with the light spell on.
Oh yeah, that's good. You guys did good. You walked in there without making any noise. I mean, until the end.
Except for me.
Except, but I mean, they weren't hidden. They could have been, like hidden or waiting to ambush you if you'd been bashing the door in or something like that to get inside. So you did good at least as getting in without them being ready to ambush.
I have had so many adventures at first level where it's like, do you have a lockpick? Yeah, it's called a great axe.
Yep.
And they've jokingly begin to call the great axe the lockpick.
That's why it was adamantine weapons are called the dwarven lockpick.
All right. Well, I'm working on your reward sheet, so I'll send that to you. Just summarizes everything that I already told you just now.
Yep, I'm updating D&D Beyond.
Okay. Well, thanks for playing, everyone. And
Yeah,
I
thank
will
you for having us.
see you in 1 week. Make sure you get me your characters by Wednesday. And have a good night.
You too.
Yeah,
Thanks, Tom.
thanks for running it, and good playing with you guys.
Yeah.